Good evening and welcome to this month's episode of the Mobile Bay Area Fightcast. I'm your host, MFC Stuckey. Sitting next to me is the co-founder. Yeah, the man that doesn't exist.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. MFC Stuck Dog. How's it going?
It's going.
All right.
It's been a long day.
And live via satellite, we have Acington Combat. Hello, Ace.
Hey, Nolan.
There he is.
There he is. All right. Cool. We're all here. So it's been an interesting week with E3 and everything, huh? Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody enjoy E3?
Why not?
Went by fast.
It did go by fast. Oh man, this whole week went by fast. So we're going to get into that soon. But as usual, let me turn this on here real quick. We're going to go ahead and go over local events coming up. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of time. Well, that's the bad part. I did have time. I just forgot to do a lot of research and the stuff going on here. But only thing I have is two things on June 23rd. Both here in Mobile. First of all, is Hidden Power up at Gamers and Geeks in Mobile. They'll be playing Smash and everything like that. And then, of course, our event, Solstice Showdown 2018. June 23rd. Going to be getting started at noon-ish. Stream probably start about 1 or 2 if I had to guess. We playing MVCI, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter 5, and Dragon Ball Fighters. I feel like I forgot. Oh, Blaze Blue. I knew I forgot something. Yeah.
Blaze Blue
Cross Tag Battle. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, we got all that going on. And
That's a lot of games.
yeah, my thought process was, we hadn't done it. It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
Since our last event.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I wanted to do as much as we could, and get stuff out there. And so I figured, well, screw it. Let's just put as much stuff as we could out there. Hopefully, folks will show up and play it. And if not, we got it spread out enough to where the big games that I'm sure folks will come will be in the afternoon. And those first 4 games, MVCI, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Blaze Blue. Folks show up to play it. We can play them all at the same time, and then probably start streaming the later rounds of those, as they come up and get those out the way as we start Street Fighter and then Dragon Ball. So yeah, we'll see. Looks like I'm still dropping frames on Twitch. This is trying to see about streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Twitch doesn't seem to like it. YouTube seems fine. Twitch is like, I don't like this, man. So, you know what? I bet I know what's wrong. The bit rate's probably still pretty high, and I didn't mean to keep that up. I meant to change that. I don't know if I can change it while we're streaming. Yeah, looks like I can. Let's bring that back down. See if that helps. So, you once said you may not even be able to show up. You in for free. Yeah, there ain't no, I can't let you in for free, man.
Tell you what, it's free if you don't come.
Only for him. Everybody else, please come. I don't want to say I need the money, but circumstances as they are, I might need the money. No, I'm actually excited. We hadn't done this in a while, so I'm actually really excited to get back into it again and everything. But
When was
yeah,
the last event you held?
January of 2017.
Yeah, it's been some time.
Yeah, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
Yep. We were supposed to do Solstice Showdown last year, and that's when
we canceled it.
Well,
Yep.
the hotel canceled it.
The whole thing, yeah.
When I went to go pay for it, and they decided all of a sudden they didn't want to do it. But they didn't want to tell me they didn't want to do it, so they kept coming up with excuses. oh well, you know you can't have anybody here starting at 8 o'clock. Oh, that's fine. We weren't planning to get here till 10. Anyway, well, you can't go out. We can't really have anybody going out past 7. Well, we'll probably only play 2 games, so we'll probably be done by 5. Oh well, check-ins at 3, so we can't really have any noise after that. It's like there are no rooms next to the room. She didn't know I had already inspected the room before, and the only thing next to the ballroom was what was it? Oh, where folks can go to wash their clothes and everything. So if anything, we would be interrupting them, I guess.
We'll be interrupting the people washing clothes.
Yeah, that's when it became obvious. So,
they just didn't want us.
They just didn't want us there. Yeah, so
we're a bunch of hooligans.
Which is what I told the chick that worked with me here at the Hampton Inn here. She's awesome. But I told her, it's like I believe that folks have this vision in their head that we're going to come in there, we're all going to be, drunk and loud and break everything and then leave. It's like, when in actuality, if you just come in there, and I tell everybody this, if you just come in there, you'll see, oh, it's just a bunch of nerds playing games. Seriously, all it is. So, but yeah, I'm from just the way she worked with me and everything. I think this may be the place we do it. If everything works out, this may be the place we do it, at least for a long while. Because the room that we're in is actually a split room. And if this works out and we can get more folks to show up, I'm going to get both rooms and, really do it big. But yeah, Solstice Showdown 2018, I'm excited. Can't wait to get in there. You planning to come, Ace, by any chance? Do you know yet?
Yeah, likely. I think I'll be able to show up.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Because if you weren't coming, I was going to enter Street Fighter, but screw that. We'll see. I am the third best Street Fighter player on the Florida Panhandle, so.
The third best?
Yeah, the third best.
On the Florida Panhandle?
It ain't that far from winning a tournament.
That drives a Honda.
Yeah. Hey, if you go back and watch that match, I was pretty close into that last round, and I just completely lost it. But, yeah. But anyway, ongoing events as usual. The Nerdery League over at Alchemy Tavern Temple, downtown Mobile. They play games every Monday night, starting at about 9 p.m. O'Reilly's Downtown Throwdown in Pensacola. Wayward Weekly at the Wayward Kraken in Biloxi. Nightmare Mobile bi-weekly up at Karabi Bubble Tea, which, by the way, is also where we have our monthly meetups. Right now, we're doing about the first. We're doing the first Monday of the month. The first Friday of the month is what we're trying to go for right now. And again, as circumstances as they're about to be, we may be doing it more often. And then Secret Power on Thursdays over at Gamers and Geeks. Yeah, so that's that. That's all the events, unless you know of anything else going on in the Gulf Coast area that I might have forgotten about. Or just didn't have time to look it up.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a weekly in Louisiana going on tonight, but that's about it.
Well, that's cool. One of these times I need to try to make it out there. Really get embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough crowd.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun when you realize they aren't serious, but if you don't know what's going on, if you don't know that they're not serious, it can be scary. I remember joining when I first joined the Mississippi group on Facebook. Oh God, I remember. almost because I guess it was whenever Kenny came down first and told us about it or whatever, and I remember joining it, and I almost unjoined it because I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I don't want any part of this. They can be a little. It can be a little rough, but then you meet the guys and you realize, oh, okay, they aren't serious. They're actually pretty cool. So, yeah, Louisiana is like a step above that. But just all the folks I've ever met from Louisiana still been cool though. So
It's like the closest thing to have for an old arcade culture.
yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of.
yeah. It wasn't really how our arcade was though. Only when folks came from out of town. Sometimes only if you knew folks though.
Tekken got pretty rowdy.
Tekken got rowdy. Yes.
Yeah.
Tekken could get pretty rowdy. Yeah. But I only remember really getting like where I like really popped off with. You remember this one time these two guys came? Where did they come from? Florida or
They
somewhere?
came from somewhere in Florida, yeah.
And they just thought they were just the baddest stuff. And I was already on the machine, and he saw me pick.
Juggernaut.
Well, yeah. So my team in the arcade was usually I kind of went like from Storm and Venom
This
and
is
Omega
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, by the way.
Yeah, and Mega Red, and of course the greatest fighting game character ever. And so they already, I think that particular time I picked Storm, Omega Red, and Juggernaut. Yeah. When they saw me pick Red, they were already like, "Oh, look at this guy!" And then I picked my last character, and they were like all but laughing at me. So I held down the assist button to make sure that he came out first, and it completely wiped out both of them, entire teams with one character.
You also did the cheat though.
Oh no, yeah, the first time I did. The first time I did do
This
the glitch.
was back in the day
I
before
sure
they
did.
would update games when they found out they were glitches. They just left the glitches in there.
Well, I mean, you didn't have a choice.
So Juggernaut had
intentional.
a glitch in
That's
Marvel
not glitch.
vs.
That's intentional.
Oh, it's what did they say? It's a feature, not a glitch.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly.
Juggernaut had a feature in the original arcade game, and actually
It was in the Dreamcast version
Yeah,
too,
it's an older port.
I think it's an old port.
But when you do his power-up move, if you tag him out, when you tag him back in, he comes in looking normal, but he stays
powered up until he does the move again.
Yeah, until you actually do it again.
So plus his assist is powered up too.
Yeah.
So I forgot about that. The first game I sure did. First thing is fight. Power up and tagged him out. Did a couple of assists, tagged him back in. It was just like fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, dead. Fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce punch, dead. And then the other guy came on, and it was just like both of them were just like
they got real quiet.
They got real quiet real quick. So
Good stuff going.
yeah.
Well, there was that, and then there was the Ken Air Tatsu glitch.
Oh God!
It did insane
damage.
You'd pop them up in the air. You just
air
hit
combo, jump, fierce punch, fierce hurricane kick. Air combo, jump, fierce punch, fierce hurricane kick.
Well, not fierce punch. I'm not coming back down to the ground.
Oh well, yeah. Well, would it?
Like I would just jump up and do light kick because
go
to a medium and then a hurricane.
Light and hurricane. Yeah.
Ooh, it hurt.
Oh, so much damage. It sure was.
Yeah. There was no fixing it. But
nope.
Thankfully, Kim was bad enough outside of that to where it didn't really make a difference because nobody really played with him.
Yeah. Yeah. But, who was that guy that used to play the cheapest team? It was Tron Bon, Iceman, and somebody else.
Was it Jay?
Jay played Tron. Mm-hmm. And Tron's jumping fierce punch was
he played Tron and Amingo.
Yeah. And there was nothing I could do. We'd always have really close fights, but but his team completely destroyed armor.
Well,
those two characters alone completely destroyed armor, so it was just like,
And that whole thing, I think that whole thing stayed. It didn't get too rowdy with us because there were 4 of us that ruled that game in the arcade.
Yeah,
and we were all pretty subdued.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. So nobody could beat us.
Nobody could really nobody was really allowed to get rowdy because you had to beat us.
You had to beat us first.
That's true. Yeah, it just occurred to me. That's probably why, because we were just like, oh yeah, great game. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
Oh, that time I had to leave because you had a show.
Oh,
that night.
yeah. I remember that. I remember hearing
79
about that.
wins.
I didn't believe you.
And it was nowhere near losing, but I had to leave.
Uh-huh.
And that one, the Asian kid, I cannot remember his name, but he got back on there, and he was like, all right, I got you this time. And I looked at the watch, I'm like, dude, I got to go. He was like, what? No, you can't leave. I'm like, yeah, I got to go, man. I got to go right now.
Yeah.
And I had to leave. I was up to 79 wins on 1 credit. And I was going for 100, but I literally ran out of time, and I had to walk out. So
Yeah.
he got the win, and he was so
mad. I remember. I heard about it the next time I went to the arcade. He knew he had you that time.
Oh, I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, you do, man. I got to go.
Yeah. So, the good old arcade days. I'll tell you what, with circumstances the way they are, maybe it's time.
Time for what?
Vegaties. Anyway, so let's talk about some stuff that I guess happened since the last time. I forgot to put it on here, but Street Fighter 30th anniversary came out. Any of you played it? Well, I know you played it. You played it up at the thing, but how about you, Ace?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really?
I heard mixed feelings about it though.
Okay.
I don't even like Street Fighter.
I love it. 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 I love it.
Super Turbo Zangief.
Oh, geez, yeah.
The actual real Zangief. That is the OG Zangief. That is the only version of Zangief that should ever exist in any of the Street Fighter games.
Yeah.
Because they've done nothing but screw him up in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, Super Turbo Sagat.
Zangief.
Yeah. But yeah, oh God. I mean, I got the game, put it in, and I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll go back and play Street Fighter 2. And I swear to God, I keep forgetting how much I love Street Fighter 2 until I go back and play it. And it's like even the original broken Street Fighter 2, just like immediately I was like sucked right back in. I got in there, picked Ken, and I was like, oh my God. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the stuff right here, man. And going from 2 to Turbo, from 2 to Champion Edition to Turbo, Turbo to Super, Super to Super Turbo. It's just, nostalgia up the wazoo. I've heard a lot of folks complain about the online. Now, the only game I've played online is Turbo and Super Turbo.
Now, they're expanding the online ones, aren't they?
They're saying
with the update.
Something like that, yeah. But I've heard a lot of folks complain about the online. Like I said, I hadn't played Alpha and I hadn't played Third Strike online. I've only played those other two, and I have not had an issue with the online at all. But I've heard folks complain specifically about those two games too, that the online is bad, like really bad. And I haven't had an issue at all. I fought maybe about 15 fights, and like one fight had a little stutter here and there, but besides that, it felt great to me.
Maybe it wasn't on your end.
Yeah, maybe. But I know a lot of folks are having issues with the online. Hopefully they'll fix that. But
yeah, it might be a Third Strike issue. Because to be fair, it was even on like Fightcade. Well, I don't know about the old GGPO. I thought old GGPO Third Strike was fine, but I think when Fightcade came or whatever it was before that, because there was three different type of GGPO things going around before GGPO was abandoned. Well, their application was abandoned. Third Strike felt like it was very resource heavy, and like it would stutter sometimes, and you would get like it still didn't fix the whole black scan line issue, but there's a fix now with the new Fightcade version that they have. But even with that, like, I think it was just very demanding for like how it would run. I'm guessing maybe for the console port, it might have been the same issue, and that's probably why you hear more of the complaints with it for Third Strike, probably.
maybe now,
Whereas the other games they play perfectly, I'm pretty sure.
are they using GGPO
They
in this build of it?
either
I
that
think
or
they're going
they're
to
using
an
something
update.
close to it.
Or at least I know people are asking for it in the updates. I don't think they're using it in this one.
Because I mean, honestly, I thought they were just going to take Third Strike Online from PS3, Xbox 360 days and just put that on there. But every version is just the American arcade versions. So good old black guy getting punched for seemingly no reason.
Fighting, man. It's fighting.
No, I know, but I remember walking into Walmart specifically, seeing that and wondering why'd that white guy just punch that black guy? Because neither one of them are a character in the game. That's the thing. If they were characters in the game, it'd be one thing. But
they are in the lore.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
Hey, they're in Street Fighter 5. Both of them.
I know.
Can't not playable.
You're not playable, but they're in the game. Yeah. Are they both in the Las Vegas stage?
Yeah.
The black guy's the guy on the left. Which one's the white guy?
He's in there somewhere.
He's in there somewhere. I know. I don't remember specifically where it was, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, but I think like we talked about last month. My only issue with it is the arcade versions of the game. So you're getting the worst version of Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Yeah, you don't get the world tour or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
And
you don't get the extra characters.
And you don't get the extra characters. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I've said this before, and I saw somebody else say it too somewhere. It's like I would pay $30 for DLC that puts the upgraded versions of each one of these games in there. Just a DLC that adds Street Fighter 2X. No, not X. What was it called?
No, you ain't asking me.
Was it Street Fighter 2X was the Japanese name for Super? It was Street Fighter 2. The version where you can pick which version of each character you wanted to play.
Like that?
What'd you say?
I don't know if it was called. No, it wasn't Hyper. It was either something called Grandmaster or.
It might have been Hyper.
It was Hyper Fighting.
I think it was Hyper. Super Street Fighter 2
Hyper Fighting.
Hyper Fighting?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that might have just been what they call Turbo in Japan.
When they're
Street Fighter
arranged
2X.
or something.
Yeah, it's Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition.
Yeah, that. Put that in there. Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max.
Did 2 Gold come out in the arcade? Because these are all arcade.
No, I'm talking. This is the DLC that I will gladly give them money for.
So you want the console?
I want the
collection.
console versions of those games. Yes.
But they're not arcade perfect.
Oh,
Street
ooh,
Fighter.
arcade perfect versions of it, though.
Street Fighter 3 Online. Street
Still not
Fighter 3
arcade
Third Strike Online, and there was another game I wanted in there too.
No love for Second Impact or New Generation?
Well, I mean, the console versions didn't really do anything to those games, so.
Not to mention New Generation sucked.
Yeah, I remember being the only person in the arcade playing Street Fighter 3 when it first came out. The only person, and really, I had to kind of force myself to play it because it was beautiful. Graphics were just like ridiculous.
Yeah, but it wasn't Street Fighter.
The animation, it looked like you were playing a cartoon, but yeah, it didn't really feel like Street Fighter.
It was like Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It had the name of something familiar, but it didn't look like anything that looked like Final Fantasy. It didn't look like anything that looked like Street Fighter.
They put a crystal in there somewhere that was Ryu and Ken, but 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 when it's like, no, that's not really.
Well, Ryu and Ken weren't even in. They weren't in there first
and
one.
That was the original test.
They just
they
threw
weren't
Alex
in there.
at you and said, "Hey, this is your new guy." And not only that, but Alex was awkward.
Alex was awkward.
He didn't have a fireball. He had a slash. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with a slash? Wait a minute, he's got charge moves too, and he grabs people. Wait a minute, what is this?
What's going on here? And what's with this? What's with this? What's with this weird?
You got
big
this purple
nose
dude.
Yeah,
who wants to be a mixture of
Dawson and Blanca.
Blanca.
Yeah, it's like, why didn't you just put
Dawson
Dawson or Blanca back in
the game?
Yeah.
Then you got this, emo dude. Was he in the first? Yeah, he was. Remy?
No, he wasn't.
No, he was only first
in that. Oh, okay,
no,
yeah, but still, you got this emo dude that just wants to be Guile or Charlie.
Oh yeah,
or both.
Yeah, he was weird because with the way the system works. Yeah, let's put this system in the game that totally you can't use if you use a charge character.
Yeah,
I'm charging backwards. Parry, crap.
Was he a charge character?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's gonna make it hard to parry.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So, but But yeah, I can sit down and talk about that freaking game all night. Actually, I'm still undefeated online in Street Fighter 2 as well. Just want to point that out.
Oh,
Super Turbo and Turbo. I just
undefeated.
killing these kids, man. Just killing them.
I'm undefeated. That's because I haven't been online.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of that game. It's just anytime I just want to go back and play something old, that's when I just sit down and play a few rounds of that, and I just sit down and smile. So either way,
Doesn't
also
it make you want to play Ultra Street Fighter 2? Play Violent Ken and Evil Ryu.
as soon as I get a fight stick on the Switch, I'll be picking that game. Oh, sorry, that's the other game I want on there. Ultra Street Fighter 2. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the one on Switch. HDR with Evil Ryu and Violent Ken.
Didn't they re-release that recently?
Ultra Street Fighter 2?
Oh, Ultra. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a Switch game.
Switch
Yeah.
game,
It's HDR with
but it's got
new
the
characters.
graphics.
Yeah.
The HDR.
HDR graphics. Yeah. So yeah, that was the other game. I would gladly give them $30 for
How are
that.
you gonna handle the one-button supers though?
One button supers.
Like,
Oh,
Akuma had a one-button demon. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
You picked Akuma.
I forgot about that.
What?
Hey man.
Why were there one-button supers?
Because Capcom for some reason thinks folks on the Switch don't know how to play Street Fighter, so
Hold on
they
a sec.
try to make it easy.
So that's an option, though, right?
I think it's optional. Yeah.
Yeah, but online, I think you can't like take that off. I think
Something like that, yeah. I know there was an issue.
That's not good.
That was like when they put Street
So
Fighter
it's,
4.
intentional to have it on.
That was like when they put Street Fighter 4 on the DS and allowed you to assign 4 moves to the touch screen. All of a sudden, Guile became God.
Yep.
It's like, oh, okay, I'm doing this combo. Oh, you jumped, flash kick.
Yeah,
Demon
that's
King hooked
weird.
you up.
But that's different from the phone version too, because even the phone version you had to charge. I'm pretty sure.
What?
But the DS one, no, you just do it.
Oh Lord. Oh, we got issues.
Oh, what?
Real life stuff. I'll
Oh.
talk about it after. Sam, I'll talk to you about that after. Thank you. Let's see.
You're welcome, Nolan.
I was talking to Sam. I don't want to thank
Oh.
you for anything. Anyway, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle also came out since last we've been on.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Have you played it?
I have.
That's the best I could say about it, too.
So, I think, I guess for gameplay, I have a lot of fun with it.
Mhm.
But
But
I feel like for, I don't know, I feel like for the price, that's a concern based on what work has been done to the game. I mean, that's really the only things I can probably like give like a negative thing about.
so
As
you
far
mean
as,
like
Hmm?
you mean like how they're doing the characters and stuff?
Well, I just mean like based on the ratio of the price you put in to play the
Uh-huh.
game and the amount of effort looks like that has been done to make the game. You know, because like there's a thing where like cross-second and other games where it's like they probably reuse assets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This game has a ton of reused stuff, and the only things that are like relatively new is like the character renders. One stage, well, no, 2 stages.
Two
I thought.
stages, yeah.
Well, 3, because there's a training stage. I'm not considering story mode.
No.
They need to do away with training stages in every game. Or at least lock
Ruby
them out of competition.
characters, and the way they stretch out the characters is like it's not even like a nice filter being implied or anything like that. It's just like straight up like stretched.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I feel like based on the work done, it probably should have been a little bit lighter on the price, because I'm pretty sure if this was like cross-second or like in Capcom side, it would probably be complaining a lot more. But the thing with cross-second was like a lot of the Tekken cast was like pretty relatively new. There was like a couple models and all the stages were new.
Was it 60?
No, the base game was what, 50, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the base
that's
game is
still
50.
too much.
Yeah.
And with all the DLC stuff too, which it's another problem. We have like early DLC announced with the season pass, and the silhouettes came again, just like early Street Fighter 5 and Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yep.
You have to pay that early for characters that supposed to come in for the final release, but they want to just get just leeway of money. At the same time, can't blame them, business stuff. But I think overall, I would just feel like if this was something like Capcom might have done with CVS or something, reuse a lot of characters, but at the same time, with the other series, if they came along and they had the same models and stuff, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would complain about everything being reused. But I don't really hear it much. That's what I'm just saying. Just based on what's relatively new, a lot of it's pretty much reused, and I am surprised at the price. However, I am going to say the gameplay, I found it to be very fun, and I kind of like it how it is simplified, but it makes me feel like now the game's kind of probably more getting around to telling the players, just to, look into more the strategic approach rather than, spending lots and lots and lots of time on the execution side. I mean, maybe you do have to spend time on how to properly synergize a team for assists and stuff, but that's really nice. It's also nice that they don't do, they don't really have cross-up protection like in Dragon Ball FighterZ, so there's a little more variety in what you can do with the assist. Personally, I found story mode to be kind of lackluster. I didn't think it was that great. This is story mode.
It's a fighting game.
There's no arcade mode, so with Street Fighter 5's complaint with having no arcade mode, this game should have got it too, and I heard nobody complain about arcade mode for this game.
Oh well,
so just
this isn't a AAA title.
Yeah,
this is basically Anime Mugen.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
No, I mean, they took the characters, they kind of dumbed them down. They didn't kind of dumb them down. They really dumbed them down. Because I mean, but
I mean, they had to get them all into working the same system.
But they didn't really. He was talking about CVS 2.
Like that too, though.
Well, like you were talking about CVS 2. Some of the characters.
MVC 2. I mean, you can kind of argue that because they use a lot of the characters from the older games. Well,
yeah.
Oh, well, MVC 2, yeah.
MVC 2, yeah. But they also adjusted the characters into a developed system. This system doesn't seem developed. They just said, hey, let's just give them 2 attack buttons. This C button that I still don't really understand.
Yeah, the universal overhead and universal sweep.
I don't even know. I'm gonna just say it. I played it for about 20 minutes. Ain't touched it since. It got old because all the characters are basically the same.
I'm gonna just say almost the same thing.
It's like Final Fantasy VIII. By the time you really get into the nuts and bolts of it, they're all the same character. The only thing that really sets them apart is what kind of assist you get, and that's it.
I played it for 45 minutes, and I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It got old quick.
I just couldn't get into it, though. I couldn't, I think it was like what you said. After a while, no matter what character I played, it did kind of feel like I was doing the same thing.
You do the same thing with every character.
Yeah.
And the system for this game is not developed enough to take the characters and throw them into this bowl. They don't feel like they belong in this bowl. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
kind of like
feels like
like,
somebody took Kellogg's Frosted Flakes and poured in a bowl of let's see, what's this?
poured in Pepsi. But then they only put like just a tiny bit of Pepsi, so it's barely wet on the bottom.
I guarantee you somebody eats
So
that out
either
there.
way, it's dry. It's mostly dry, and the wet parts got Pepsi in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, well, this isn't right. But no, like, oh God, what was it? Tekken Cross Street Fighter Cross Tekken, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as that turned out, it had a system.
out bad.
No, it had a system.
No.
It had a system that people could learn and actually get deep with. There's no depth to this at all. But outside of the assist thing.
Yeah, I'm sure some folks would argue that.
And, you know, the crossover thing, you know, that's just a better way of saying, oh, I'm glad I didn't have that in there. That way I can cheat.
Cheat?
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Fighters thing, when they had a thing where you go overhead.
Oh, yeah.
It was basically impossible to block.
Yeah.
Of course, people love that because it's a win button.
Yeah, I'm sure Ace uses that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Use what? Use assist?
Yeah, and they fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed it up. They feel good.
But no, I mean that's how I feel about the game.
Yeah.
I haven't. Besides Maximilian, I haven't even seen anybody like really go online and like open the game up and show you what it can do.
Oh, I mean, I've seen folks stream it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people that plays it, but like there's none that like really like projects it.
Right.
If that even makes sense. Like they're not. It's like the word's not really being out there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was kind of like a little worried. Like I just feel like this game's gonna be. This has potential, but it's like at the same time, it's like I'm not sure what they're gonna do after Evo.
It's a flash in the pan. I mean, they have to create a better system. The game itself needs to be more of a game.
I remember about half an hour into playing it, I remember specifically feeling like this is one of those games I think if they make when the next one comes out, it's going to be great. That was just me.
Yeah, kind of like CVS 1 and CVS 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
CVS 2 makes CVS
like CVS 1 was like,
joke.
okay, this is kind of fun,
Kinda
but it's
fun.
kind of janky at parts too, and I don't really like this system. If they just did this and turned this around and took this out and did
Get
this,
rid of the whole tier
it would be
system.
great. And that was exactly what CVS 2
Well, they got rid of the whole tier system. They put Shin Akuma in the game and freaking God Rugal. That's all they had to do. They were done. I was done.
Yeah, you took
That
tiers
first
out.
time I saw Akuma disappear and come out of the air with that chop, I was like, that's it. This is the greatest fighting game ever.
CVS 2 was Capcom going, okay.
Yeah, we got
There.
you. How about this?
Yeah. And everybody was like, perfect.
That's it.
That's exactly what we
no
wanted.
Howl
That was
Maru.
the super from Akuma.
There was no other groove for Howl Maru besides K groove. That it
Pretty
was
much.
made for him.
Pretty much.
He had like 3 moves, and that included his normals.
2/3 of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a couple of hits, and now I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I was an in-groove guy
Been
myself.
given orders to kill you.
In-groove Rio. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that was my jam.
But no,
He
it's
was
just
playing that Blanco Sagat strat.
Nah. I was all about what was my team in that game? It was always Rio. Rio was the only character I could beat.
So you've always loved Rio.
The end bosses with.
That's who we beat God Rugal with.
Yeah, well, that's what
Rio.
That's what I beat him with.
I beat him.
We both beat him.
No,
yeah.
I beat him.
I beat him the first time on Xbox. So first time through, I was like, all right. Let's go ahead and try to unlock this crap. Let's go ahead and just play it on the hardest. Get the God Rugal. Like, oh, I did it. I couldn't believe I did it the first try. I was like, I'm done. I was ready for the whole day.
I hit that Ryoku Rambu, and when I saw it hit and I knew it was going to kill, I remember I threw the pad down, and we were jumping because somebody was over and they had just left.
Somebody had just
and
left,
it was like 12:30 at night. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, my God, it's late. I got to go to sleep. We got stuff to do tomorrow. Oh, my God, we did it. Because at that point, it was just a matter of pride. I didn't even care about playing with them at that point. I just wanted to beat them.
That was like me trying to beat Akuma.
Because it took us forever to get to him, and I did not want to turn it off and have to do all that crap over again.
Freaking God Rugal, so unfair. Well, I guess that was actually Shin Rugal. Shin God Rule? Or was he just called God Rule?
He was God Rugel.
He was just God Rule, yeah.
God Rule.
Yeah, oh, God, that was so
Shin Akuma and
bad.
God Rugel.
Oh, so bad. So cheap. But, yeah, either
There was
way.
also Evil Ryu too, but that was like a console character, I think.
For Capcom vs. SK2? Yeah, he was just in the game, wasn't
He was there, but only as like a console character, and he wasn't even like a boss. He was just there.
Was he a console character?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I never played the arcade version, so I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
tell you.
Well,
yeah.
The
We
arcade
had
version
CVS
him,
1 in
but
our arcade, but we never had 2.
We never had to.
Yeah.
The arcade version had him, but he was like locked. Like you had to get Cheat Engine or something to actually see it, but you couldn't naturally see it in the arcade at all. But he was there. It's just not unlocked or anything like that at all.
Mhm.
You basically had to get the game on PC somehow to get him to show up.
Yeah. But I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about cross tag, yeah. So, in general, I like the game, though. It's fun. It was never going to be a game I was just going to, like, fall in love with, though, because I've, I to this day, still never played Persona. I've played maybe 2 hours of Blaze Blue my entire
I've
life.
never touched Persona.
And I played Under Night with you when I got it on PS3 just so you could play it. I got it on PS4 too, by the way. It's on that PlayStation right there. I got it downloaded to the other PlayStation.
It's the latest on PC. Make it happen.
I've already got it on PS4, so just saying. Anyway,
You gonna hand that over?
it's right there. It's right behind you.
Where?
Under that shirt. That's your shirt, by the way.
Oh.
Anyway,
What do you mean under the shirt?
it's on the PlayStation.
It's on.
It's on.
I thought you
there,
meant like
yes.
a disc.
Downloaded. Yeah, it was on sale, it's like 50% off or something like that.
And you didn't tell me.
You use it on anyway. I'm not even gonna start that.
Dang.
Cross tags out. It's fun. Okay.
Love you too.
Sheesh. Next up, Cody was announced.
Cody Travers.
Like, what was it, like the next week or something like that? And
Now he won't be out for our event.
no, he's out
That-
the following.
Oh,
week.
that's right. He comes out this.
Comes out on the 28th. Something else comes out 28th too.
I thought it was the 26th.
Well, no, he's 26. Something comes out on the 28th though.
You know what else happens on the 26th?
Oh yeah.
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 More real life stuff.
Yeah. Something else happens that week. I forgot. I knew I should have wrote it down, but either way, yeah. I thought that everybody just kind of assumed when they announced him he was coming out that next week, and then it was like, oh no,
yeah,
he's not
yeah.
coming out till the end of the month.
ahead.
It was like,
Now,
okay. Well,
Now, I know people are upset about that, but you got to give them credit. One, they're going along with the remember, they promised certain things. One, they're not going to keep people waiting for so long. Two, they're going to try to keep us informed of what's going on. Rather than waiting another month for Cody, because we hadn't heard anything.
we hadn't heard anything
Since
yeah.
what's her name came out, they went ahead and we knew he was coming. We just didn't know when. So they went ahead and did the trailer for him. And it was a month down the line, but at least they told us a month ahead and not make us sit and wait another month thinking, what the hell? Were we ever going to hear anything about this?
Would have been nice if they put a date on the original reveal trailer, though. Just saying,
Well, they don't have dates. You know,
was
they
it at the
work-
end of Combo Breaker? It ends, and everybody's just assuming because there was no date there.
Well,
just
normally,
say
well,
end of June.
a lot of times when they do that, it's usually the following week,
I know that's what everybody assumed.
if not just in a couple of days. But,
Yep.
yeah, no.
It's like, I didn't find out until that day I got home and I put I did the update and I was like, where the hell's Cody? I went online and that's when I was. Oh, he doesn't come out till the end of the month. Damn it!
I saw that at the end of the trailer. I'm like, another month, mother.
Yeah,
Because I was the same way. I was ready to go ahead and preload that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, I've never been a big Cody fan,
I have.
but he looks fun. Though.
He looks fun.
Yeah, and I know a few guys who are Cody players that really can't wait for him.
And
to
I'm going to
show
go
up
ahead
in
and
there.
say it. It's basically a better version of Ryu.
Oh Jesus Christ! Here we go.
Is it?
Yeah, man. How do you figure that?
His projectile's not really the same like Ryu.
Yeah, his projectile's not that great.
Yeah, when neither is Ryu's.
Was it
Yeah.
meant to be?
Only Guile is like the only one
His-
really good
his
for
kick-
projectile.
His little anti-air kick thing has a ridiculous hitbox on it.
Well, it did in 4.
Yeah. He's got I know it was like after frame 3, his little spin kick thing is invincible.
Oh, it's V skill? Yeah, it's invincible.
It's invincible.
But you take gray life damage.
Not a lot.
When you do it. Yeah, but,
He does crazy damage on easy combos, it seems.
Seems like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has really good command normals.
Mm-hmm.
And
his normals are good.
You can cancel off of almost everything.
Seems like it.
Like one of them's not even a cancel. What was it? They did it was a duck and medium kick can link into a super.
I mean, Abigail can do that too, so.
Of course he can. He's Abigail.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing Abigail can't do.
Plenty of characters can do that.
If Abigail sat down, thought long enough about it, he'd be like, Hadouken! Hey, I can do that too!
Again,
Probably better than Ryu could.
if he's so good, why aren't you using him?
Because he's cheap.
Yeah.
And I just refuse
You
to
have
play a
higher
cheap game.
standards
I have much
than
higher
that.
standards than that,
Exactly.
yes. And you know what else Cody has? He has normals that don't go over people's heads.
Does he? Does he, though?
I don't think so.
I don't
Unless
No,
he has
the
Sam
main
Adams that goes over
character
people's head.
of the game.
Abigail has a
The
normal that
main
goes overhead.
character of the game.
Plenty of characters
The
have
character
that.
who's
Ken
supposed to
has
be-
a normal that has a command normal that goes overhead if
It's a
if you
command
duck.
normal. Command
Okay.
normal. Look, no.
No, he doesn't.
What other
Yeah, he does.
character? What other character in the game has a target combo that if somebody's ducking, you can't finish?
Ken,
Yeah. Tell me which one is it?
the one where he does the two fierce, is it fierce kicks? I don't play with Ken, so I don't know. But when he does the kick, if you're ducking, the second kick goes overhead. I know it does. I just hit somebody with it this afternoon. He went and did it, and Abigail punched right in the nuts.
That's a target combo. We're talking about a normal.
He just said target combo.
No, target combo.
Oh, I thought you said normals. Never mind.
He comes out of that a
It was
whole lot
target combo.
faster, though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He does come out of it a lot faster.
Mhm.
Anyway, that just I don't know what they were thinking with Ryu.
What's your problem with Ryu?
I'm never gonna go past it. He's not an introductory character. He's one of the hardest characters in the game to use and win with.
I don't agree.
He's supposed to
about
be
his-
the one
how
that
about
brings
Ryu's roundhouse
everybody
kick,
into
though?
Street Fighter.
Yes,
And he's
then
one of the hardest characters to use.
I don't think he's hard.
Who else has to be close enough? This is a guy with a fireball, but you got to be close enough to hit standing medium punch and then duck and fierce punch to stand somebody up to finish a damn combo.
Yep.
That's
And if you're
insane.
close, and if you're not close, but if you try to do the donkey kick combo from like low forward, it might not hit all the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
low
So
forward won't hit at all.
You're gonna have to resort to fireball sometimes. That's
Yep.
your ender.
And the whole point of the donkey kick was to have something where you could hit somebody who was ducking. Well, not with a duck and medium punch. Kick. You have to use duck and medium punch, which doesn't hit low. So what's the point?
It's not really a donkey kick anyway.
It's
more
not
of a-
really.
It's more of a.
Yeah, it's
More of
a Jordan kick.
Here's my
Yeah.
here's my side karate kick.
Pretty much. It's like Capcom. I appreciate the effort, but did you not look at
So
the
what they should have
animations
done-
for
what they-
every
what they-
other version of that kick before this?
No, apparently not.
Apparently
What they
not.
should have done, they should have flipped it around. You know how they changed his animation for his duck and fierce punch? They should have made it to where it wasn't a donkey kick. They should have changed his fierce kick, just the roundhouse kick, the forward roundhouse. They should have made that the command normal, and then or should have made that to whatever replace the donkey kick and have his and the fierce kick be the donkey kick, the quote donkey kick.
Whatever.
You know, kind of like they did with the Mets. You know, he didn't have a Shin Shoryuken in Street Fighter 4. He had the Met Shoryuken. They can do the same thing with that. Rather than a donkey kick, he just does this ridiculous, like, overhead thing that just crumples you. If it hits.
I guess that he would just be too good, man. I don't know.
Can't have that.
I don't know.
Not the main
Either way.
character of the game.
Either way. So yeah, Cody will be out
26.
week after next, right? Yeah.
From Tuesday.
Yep. Something else happens that week. It's like two other things happen that week.
That's the only thing I know about.
I cannot remember what it is
Got
now.
Zonk.
This is killing me.
His kicks look good. His hooligan. What are the hooligan kicks? What are the kicks called? Not hooligan. I'm thinking it's Cammy.
Criminal? No, it's criminal.
Ruffian kick?
Ruffian kick.
That's it.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
ruffian kicks look awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, you can cancel his. I mean, his medium ruffian kick. You can cancel off of just about anything.
Yep.
He has really good combos. I mean, he has good startup. He doesn't have any 3-frame normals, but he can combo all of his lights into a medium ruffian kick. So I mean, for a knockdown. So that's pretty freaking cool. And I mean, the knife is good, but I can't imagine anybody's going to use anything other than the pipe.
Yeah.
I can see some folks might want to use a knife, but yeah, the pipe seems like the better option. Yeah. So
You see how they changed the forward throw when you got the pipe and just beat you down on the ground.
no, I still hadn't seen that.
All right.
No, I still
You're gonna
hadn't
be
seen
hearing that a lot in tournaments.
Yep.
Well, I still hadn't seen that somehow. Everything I've ever seen of, I kept waiting for somebody to do it, and I still hadn't seen it.
Yeah, and I mean you can do like ducking light kick, ducking light punch, standing light punch into his target combo, and you can also do that into a back throw. So if you're stuck in a corner and you catch one light, boom, you get some damage, and now they're in the corner. I mean, he's pretty cool. They gave him some nice tools.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably do what I do with all the DLC characters. I'll play them, play a story mode, and then I'll probably never play them again.
Well, because he's not 8 feet tall and invincible.
Not even gonna, man.
Don't.
Not even.
Don't do it.
Anyway, so after him,
he's gonna use a knife.
yeah, I'm gonna be the one guy that uses knife. Exactly.
And then
You won't be the one guy. The knife is pretty good.
I mean, it's got that
That's gonna
combo
be
in there. He just
Like
like
that ridiculous slice you up thing that, of course, cancels into a super.
Is he the reason they had to add blood? I wonder.
They added blood.
Yeah, you remember when AE came out, they had to add the rating. The rating stayed teen, but they added blood.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice blood when he was doing that.
Yeah, I don't think there was blood when he did it. I think it might have been something through the story mode, probably.
It's probably some
Maybe.
story mode, a picture or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So, real quick. So, G would be the next character coming out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we
think
think
so.
he's coming out before Evo or after?
After.
Probably after, and he's probably going to be revealed. in
He'll
Evo.
probably be revealed at Evo.
Probably be revealed at Evo, yeah. So that leaves basically all of July.
If they were smart, they'd probably reveal both Evo, him and Sagat at Evo.
Well-
Both characters, and then
No, well,
No.
if they were smart, they like go ahead and show them both at CEO. Or
why?
They're not going to show him as Evo.
Or
Well-
yeah, they could probably do that. So one at CEO, then one at Evo.
Yeah.
Probably.
well,
Dude,
okay, so
Sagat probably won't be out till like November. Legit.
Well,
if
yeah,
they show
I
him
know.
in July or June,
if the whole leak about the free characters, the 4 free characters, and the new story mode and all that over the summer
I don't
is
believe it.
true, then that's probably what they're going to show at CEO.
I don't believe that because 4 free characters.
I mean, I
that's-
hope it's true.
That's a whole nother season, or at least another half a season.
I hope it's true, though. That would be awesome.
They got to drag this out and make you keep paying money for it, man.
Well, I mean, the game is selling not great, but okay now. You know, they sold another
Well, it's actually a game now.
couple million copies or whatnot, and
You know, they made it with the gold motif because it's actually the gold version of the game.
yeah,
It's not
that's
the
true.
what were they calling it before or like the early release or something like that.
The alpha
The
build
game
or
went
something like
gold
that.
or something. Oh, you're talking about before?
Yeah, well,
Alpha?
when Street Fighter V first came out, it was like that. Yeah, this is
The beta or
online
something?
demo.
Oh, the
Yeah,
online demo.
it was
Yeah,
an online
that's
demo.
basically
That's
what
basically
it was.
what it was.
That's basically what it was. It was rough when that game came out, and I would take it to, we started doing cons and stuff like that, and folks would sit down to play it, and I'd always be like, oh, I need to sit down and play it with them because there's
Yeah,
literally
'cause there's
nothing you can do if you're just one person on that game.
I mean, you can go do
Survival mode.
survival. and
Survival,
everything.
yeah.
But when I found out you had to do all the survivals to open up all the covers.
Oh, you still kind of got to
I
do
was
it.
pissed.
You still got to do
Well,
it
you
with
can
like
buy 'em
story
now.
story
You
mode
can buy
and
the
stuff like
colors
that.
now,
Story,
can't you?
yeah, Yeah.
You can buy all the colors now, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's still stupid to have to buy something.
And why the hell aren't they doing freaking?
And I'm sorry, I got the PC version. I'm gonna use a trainer.
Oh well.
I'm gonna use a little one-touch trainer. I just sit there for long enough to make it seem like I didn't go through 50 matches in 2 minutes, because that's what they look for apparently. Or at least they used to. Since you don't get money for it anymore, a lot of people are thinking they're not even looking at that. They
probably don't care anymore. Yeah, they don't care anymore. But yeah, there was some bullcrap.
But yeah, just jab, 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 dead.
Yeah,
just do that 50 times. Poof, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm hoping against hope because not Adon. I was going to say Adon.
Adon, baby, bring him back.
Showdown, according to the leak, would be one of the free characters, and I'm one of those guys that just want to see him there just because he's the only character from an older Street Fighter that hasn't been in a Street Fighter since. Just complete the chain. That's all I want. That's all I want.
His V triggers would be easy to work around too because it'll just basically be his size or his sword.
Size or sword, yeah.
Yep.
So what do you think he would start with?
Whatever Alpha 3 automatically started with, probably, which was, I think, the
sword breakers, right? What everybody called the size, they were actually sword breakers.
They were sword breakers, but still, I mean, but his V trigger will probably be sword, but now there's 2 V triggers. What would be the other one?
He might just start barehanded. I mean, they might do a version of him where he starts barehanded, and then you either get the sword breaker or
there
the
is no barehanded Sodom.
I think he needs his weapons. So
maybe he could be like a or something.
Like Zeku or something. Like probably have a teleport move or something.
I don't know if they want to go that far with him. Not with him.
Teleport.
Why not? He's so dumb.
I mean, he'd have his command grabs, obviously.
That's kind of weird.
He'd have his command grabs. He'd kind of be a joke character. They could really go like far out with him too, though. Just make his outfits all nuts. Do his whole I love Japan thing just to the next level.
And for some reason, like, the whole crossover thing, I don't know why, but I always see E Honda in a Sodom outfit. Probably because they're both so Japanese.
Or him in an E Honda outfit.
I think I know.
You've never seen his face. You don't know what he looks like.
What's that?
For June 20th, I think you're talking about Fighting Layer EX.
That's it. That's right. Fighting Later EX.
That's another one. I played the demo and I got bored with it pretty quick.
Oh, my God. Oh, I loved it so much.
I mean, they got my boy Duncan in there, so.
Duncan Dark, yeah.
That's cool.
Duncan?
That's what we used to call him.
That's what I used to call him.
That's what we used to call him in EX.
It was D-Dark.
It was D-Dark, and we didn't know.
We didn't know what
the internet
stood for.
Well, the internet was around, but we didn't have access to it, so we couldn't look up. His name was Doctrine,
so I just started calling him Duncan Dark.
Duncan Dark, yeah.
He doesn't have any command grabs. He doesn't have any command grabs, though.
Who?
Doctor Dark.
Unless
his level 3 is one, but I don't remember it being
played
one.
with command grab characters. But everybody in Street Fighter Fast has command grabs, though, so you really can't say that.
But I don't play with command grab characters.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's got one.
But everybody
the
has
next
it.
Time the next time they update the game, they're going to give Ken one.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Because Cammy's basically got 2 now. She's got her little hooligan combination thing that she can grab you out of, and then she's got V-Trigger 2 now.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically a command grab.
It's basically a command grab.
Yeah. And she's still got that ridiculous air throw. Yeah. I think they changed it, though, because it used to look worse. Either that or I've just gotten used to it.
I haven't even really seen it.
Because I look at it as like, that's not how physics
I've
works.
seen it. I know. It's the... Yeah. And her duck and light kick. I remember doing that first time in the demo.
Arika.
Seeing that.
It's Arika's characters.
Oh, Arika, yeah.
Demon King.
Arika.
Yeah. But no, oh, God, man, that demo freaking...
Kyrie?
Darren.
Darren's pretty cool.
Oh, yes.
If you can get in with them.
You're in trouble.
Especially with one-button command grabs. That's going to be a problem.
Well, yeah. I could not play the simplified controls version of that game.
I couldn't either.
Every time I would turn it on and finally get a match, I would forget to turn that crap off because it reset every time we started the game because it crashed a lot. Oh, that crap will drive me nuts. And it's like, oh, damn it, this is the simple controls. I could never get that crap to work. I always had to turn it back to, normal controls. But, I mean, just being able to do the Indra Bridge over and over again. What combo would I eventually do? I'd run up, like kick, like punch. What's his move where he does the swinging punches into the super version of the swinging punches into the
body splash.
Yeah.
You should be able to do like a air taunt, or like an air parry to build meter, and then like what some people would do in EX2 was like they do a stand jab or like a low or some attack, and then cancel to an air grab, or they'll just go right into air grab. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think you can combo into air grab in this one. Well, at least I haven't seen anybody did it.
Well, I mean, that's how you get that's how you hurt folks coming out of the bridge usually, unless you just do the bridge over and over again. When I realized you could, I was like, wait, I could do this again? Wait, I could do it again? Oh, this is awesome. And then, whoop. I noticed, if you look at the newest gameplay of it and everything, they changed the win poses thing.
Well, they have mid-fight. They have, like, round poses now.
Yeah, I mean, but, it doesn't do, like, the zoom in anymore.
They just do, like, a little pose.
It's the same poses and everything,
now.
but one thing
it's different. It's different. Like, so, in the demo, they would always do, like, the game over win pose after every round.
Yeah.
But now, they have just regular in-round poses.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of those are what were the ending ones before, but either way, Darren, one thing that always get me whenever you finished somebody with his command grab, I would always say he got his nose all the way up that guy's butt. Because, he would do it, and it's like he was super slow motion, and it would sit there forever, and he's just all the way in there. I noticed now that doesn't last nearly as long, which is good because it lasted too long anyway, but it's not as awkward.
Real men wear pink and stick their faces up other dudes' butts. I mean, that's what they do, man. You got to.
Does Darren wear pink?
No, I'm saying that's the thing. There's dudes that wear pink shirts because they're real men. Vegeta did it.
Oh, well, Vegeta didn't do it, but I don't think he stuck his face up anybody's butt.
If he thought it was going to do more damage, he would.
Oh, Jesus.
See, you think that's an accident. He's maximizing damage. Because that's a mind breaker right there.
That is a mind breaker. Somebody power bombs me. Somebody power bombs me, and I'm half knocked out, but I can tell, is his nose up my... Yeah, that would be a little...
Yeah. And then when he finally lets go, you get up. Not only are you hurt, you're kind of like thrown. You kind of like tilted at that point. You're like, oh man, I don't need that again.
Yeah.
Now you really try not to get suplexed, and then he can switch up his whole thing where he starts striking you because you just don't want to get thrown again.
Yeah.
See, chess, not checkers.
There is that, I guess.
Chess,
not checkers. Yes.
He's a warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, who else can do all that kind of stuff and that belt just stays up on the shoulder like
that? That is kind of awesome.
That's badass.
Yeah. But yeah, with all the other characters being in it and everything, of course, my girl being in it. Blair Dane, finally.
They got her off of Homeland.
Blair Dane, now all they got to do is get
well, in the area, whatever, she's gonna be in there too, isn't she?
Area, who's that? Oh, Area. No. She'll be one of the DLC characters if the game sells well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically everybody from an older game who's not in it, besides Street Fighter characters, obviously, will be DLC once they meet their sales goal.
What's the deal with Hokuto and Evil Hokuto?
They play different.
Do they?
Yeah.
A little, yeah. They have
moves. Like their moves are like relatively the same, but they
similar.
Function differently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked at enough to tell the difference, but I remember when they first showed it was what's her name, Nanase or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, that looks like Hokuto. They messed up Hokuto, and then I saw Hokuto was actually in the game. I'm like, okay, Sugeki Ho and Sugeki Ha. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Pretty much everybody's going to end up being in the game after the DLC.
Except for Bison. That was the best version of Bison ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. Matter of fact, he was so cool that his grab the little thing where he kicks you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, I was using Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, the Super. You know, that's been in every
It's been in
version
every
of Street
version
Fighter,
since
since then.
It has. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and CVS too.
And
Yeah,
CVS too,
that's
yep.
what I'm saying. Every version of Bison since then has had some version of a thing where he does a little drop kick at the end of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish he was able to combo in it though. Like in the EX, he was able to sweep after it or do like an XL combo. But after games, yeah, he couldn't do that. It was too wild.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Because he had his Cycle
nice.
Crusher and he had a Fireball.
Yeah,
He
had
did.
a Fireball Super that was like, you know, it did a lot of chip too.
Oh,
It was
a
good.
whole
It
lot
was
of
good
chip.
as a
Yeah.
mini.
I still remember the first time we played Alpha 3. We got the M Bison that first
Oh,
time.
Jesus.
We almost beat him there. Very first time. Well, all right, let's
So
beat
we
him.
got this.
And then he laughs, goes off of the screen, and
Where'd he
then,
go?
huh? What the hell was that? Screen
screen
filling
just-
Psycho Crusher. It's like, oh my God.
Done.
Yeah. But yeah, EX Fighting Lair. So that comes out right after the tournament, which is good because I'm strapped for money. I bought so much crap getting ready for this tournament. It's like I do not need to buy another game, any more DLC, nothing like that. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of Bison with Alpha 3, have you like looked into like his Stan Rathouse novel?
No,
I don't think I've even played Alpha
Yeah.
3 yet.
I played it once.
Yeah, like if you have like someone like any character then Bison, and if you just do Stan Rathouse like right at a certain range, like it does not look like how the animation looks at all. Like the hitbox is really bad.
Oh,
So
okay.
there was like a little complaint I heard like Alpha 3 had like some of the wonkiest hitboxes because some didn't match at all.
I remember the first time playing Alpha 3 because, again, it wasn't in arcades down here, so we didn't play it until it came out on PlayStation. I remember playing Alpha 2 a lot, and you would hit somebody in the air, and they would roll out, and it always felt like either I would roll out or would float, and it always
Float,
felt
yeah, it
like
felt
you
like
should
you
be able to hit them
Should be able to
again.
hit 'em again,
So
yeah.
I'd always do like extra short.
We would
you can,
always
or-
do that. Yeah,
We'd always throw something
stuff.
that should hit but didn't. And the first time we played Alpha 3 and I did it and it hit, I was like, what?
It juggled.
It juggled.
Finally.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was in love after that because we used to do that with everything.
We used to do that, with, especially in Alpha 2. It
It's
was
like,
just,
yeah, punch or kick. I could do all this stuff and it should hit.
it should hit, but it doesn't. But Alpha 3 did. Now, I know a lot of folks still consider Alpha 2 the better game. Probably folks like Ace Combat because that game was so broke. I mean, Alpha 3 is pretty broke, too.
Well,
But folks who love broke stuff, oh, yeah, they love Alpha 2.
they dumbed down the whole custom combo system when
Yeah.
they broke it up into
Wasn't a
isms.
custom combo. I remember Capcom was
Yes,
so
you-
vehement about that. If you called a V-ism a custom combo, they got pissed. It's like, it's a custom combo, dude. It's a custom combo.
No, it really wasn't, but
Yeah, well.
they dumbed it down to where it was much better in Alpha 2. That's what people didn't like about Alpha 3 is that you lost all your damage.
Oh, when you started the
Yeah.
V-ism?
Mm-hmm.
Yet everybody still picked it. Because you still
because there
had,
was, like infinites. and
yeah,
stuff.
that's how you did your infinites.
Yeah, if you learned them. I never learned how to do any of
No.
that crap.
Yeah, we were, that was like almost the tail end of our caring about fighting games and stuff. And like you used to always say, when fighting games kind of became a science is when we started really getting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Because even when we were still winning at Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
But
when
that was
people
around the
started-
time.
when people started doing like the crazy stuff that the game turned into.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
could still win because we had good fundamentals.
Yeah.
But after a while, it was just whoever caught the first hit, or if you
Yeah.
were playing with a certain team against another team, there was no way you
There
were
was-
going to win.
yeah.
It's no longer fun. I don't know how people think that's fun. When you take something, you optimize it to a point to where there's no use in even trying to play the game because the people that are playing the game will turn to you and say, "What are you doing?"
I know. It's like I'm just trying to have fun. No. You have to
there's-
hit this and win.
Yeah, it's not fun. You have to do this so you can win.
It's like, man, forget this. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to have their own rules.
Well, I mean,
Well,
you know,
it's not even their own rules. They just they get so meta. They get so into the meta that they forget that they're playing a game.
a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just too old for that stuff. We could do that stuff when everybody was starting to do it. We could do it, but it wasn't fun to us.
I mean, I had my stuff with Cammy. I had my stuff with Charlie. I had my stuff, but it wasn't so tight that once I get you in it, that was because everything I did you could escape.
Well,
whether you knew how to do that or not was up to you,
Yeah.
but you could escape it.
yeah. But then, of course, Psylocke and Magneto and Cyclops and Storm and Sentinel and all that stuff started coming out. And I remember I started practicing some of that stuff, but it just wasn't fun to me. I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm learning to do one thing.
No, you learn how to do one thing.
Yeah, it's just like
that becomes the game, and then that's no longer a game. It's an equation.
Yeah, it's true.
And if you don't carry the one, you're always going to get it wrong.
It's true.
That's not fun. That's math.
But see, folks like Ace came up in that though, so
I know.
Yeah.
To
them, that's fun. To us, it's just like,
They get a game first, then they start looking at his frame data. I still don't look at frame data.
Me either. I was talking to somebody over.
It's in training mode now, and I still don't use it.
I was talking to
because back in the day, we didn't call it frames; we called it advantage.
Advantage?
No, not advantage. Priority.
Priority. That's it. Yep. Priority.
Because that move's got priority. And then it turns out, no,
it's funny
it's got more active frames.
You watch any of the older guys talk about the older games, they will still call it that because that's what it was back then.
Man, that move had so much priority.
Nobody knew what a frame count was. The first game I remember,
but it wasn't that big a deal.
Well, the first game I remember hearing somebody talking about frames was Virtua Fighter 2, because you had to know it if you were going to do some of Akira's moves.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, you had to know, and that's when I really remember learning that folks were counting frames. I'm like, what, counting frames? So yeah, on the third frame, you hit the button and you can do this. It's like, done.
You do know you're talking about a 20th of a second, right?
Yep.
We really we like cutting it that okay.
Yeah, we are. Yep.
It's not
like I said, there's folks like Ace that grew up with that.
Yeah.
But folks like us are just like,
too old for that. Got too many kids for that. I just ain't got time for all that. I just want to play the game.
But sure enough, there was a couple of guys over at Fort Walton last time I was over there. I was talking to them about that because I always hear, man, you could be good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, this is probably as good as, and I keep saying, no, this is as good as I'm ever going to be because I'm not willing to do all that crap. I just sit down and learn the game.
No,
I don't look at frame stuff. I learn every fighting game since Street Fighter 2. I've learned the exact same way. I sit down and play it, and I find out what
once
works.
in a blue moon, Sam will catch me, and we'll go into a battle lounge. We'll start playing. I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked because I don't know all the frame stuff.
Yeah.
And he does stuff, and he does this, and I get lucky once every 8 matches and win one, just out of sheer force of will.
Yeah.
But the ones where he's beating me down the worst, I get these little pop-up messages.
Yep.
That's +5. You shouldn't use this move because you're at -2. And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Just play the damn game.
I'm just playing the game, man. I'm just playing the game.
I'm not going to change the way I play. This is how I want to play.
Yeah. But I've heard it a few times. I've heard it in Florida. I've heard it in Mississippi. I've heard it here. You could be so good. Yeah, but I'm not willing to sit down in front of a website and learn frames. I'm just not willing to do that. I'll just play the game.
In V-Trigger 1, that becomes +8. What? I'm not keeping up with all the characters. Screw that.
Yeah, no. I'll learn as I play. Whatever.
Even if it's just one move.
But the thing is, you got to learn it for all.
You got to learn
the
it for you.
characters.
But you basically end up trying to learn it for everybody.
Well, you have to learn it for everybody so you can defend against it.
Yeah.
You don't really have to though. For every thing though. For example, if it's recede sweep, I don't know the frame data on it. I just know it should be universal that you can sweep, or if you're too far, you can probably get away with a EX move with some.
Well, that kind of stuff is universal.
Yeah.
But when Ken is in V-Trigger 1, and then now all of a sudden his step kick is +5 rather than +3, and I don't know that crap.
Oh yeah, I just make a mental note. Just don't hit a button. Well, not all the time.
I ain't got room in my mental notes.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, either. I have a hard job and I got 4 kids. That's all the mental I got room for. I play this stuff to let go of my mental.
Yeah. Yeah. And we are talking about a guy that last month, talked about keeping his eye on Ryu's headband to know when to throw. So,
Seriously?
Oh yeah, that's legit. That I had to do. It was necessary.
That's what I'm talking about.
Watches a
Yes,
headband?
and that's what I'm talking about. See, he came up in the age where you learn stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still young too.
We came up in the age where you just played the game.
That wasn't Sarah Tech though. That was just something I just noticed in training mode. I was like, how am I gonna know?
But it's something you would look for, though.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I never got good at Tekken, because people are able to break throws in that game. I'm like, how?
No, I've actually gotten okay at that.
No,
I've actually gotten okay at that.
because you had to hit the same throw they did, didn't you?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the old Tekken was like
The older Tekkens,
yeah.
to do the same, you
Like
had to
Tekken
hit
3. They were
Yeah.
playing
throw
Tekken
and
3 in the
stuff like
arcades, and they were breaking
They were
throws.
break-
I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
No.
That was rough. Yeah.
There's no way in the hell. No.
Yeah, that was rough. But that was
Y'all
also
are crazy.
them. That was also them also knowing what each other was going to do, too. So.
Well,
And don't forget, I always point out to folks, too, because it wasn't really until 5 came out that I kind of fixed this. But you remember in Street Fighter 2, the first event we ever went to, we all...
that I won.
That he did win. Folks don't know this. If you watch him play Street Fighter now, he's horrible. But back in the day, he was the Street Fighter King.
I
Yes.
was the champ.
Back in the day, he was the Street Fighter King.
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter
like
2.
regular old, not even Champion Edition Street Fighter 2.
You were pretty good at Turbo too, though.
I was.
Yeah, it wasn't until Super that I finally started getting a little better at it. But no, you remember what we all agreed on? Remember we all got together
no
before a
throws.
fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tick throws
Tick
specifically.
throws. Yeah, we couldn't do tick throws. And the one guy wouldn't do it.
Oh, yes. But, yeah, we all agreed that tick throws were both too easy and they hurt too much. Throws hurt too much in Street Fighter. So we all got together. It was like 12 of us or something like that.
Oh.
It was a bunch.
It was like
I want to say 18, actually.
It was like 18. It
Yeah.
was an off number.
Yeah.
Because we had a couple people had buys.
Mm-hmm. And we all kind of got together, and we were all just like, hey, this is cool. We're all here playing the Street Fighter game. Hey, you know what's cheap? Those tick throws. Yeah, when you make somebody block and throw them, that crap's cheap.
Well, we called them blocking throws.
Well, block and throws, is what we called them back then.
They're tick throws.
And so we all agreed we're just not going to do that. We didn't completely outlaw throws, but we didn't do that. So,
at least you didn't make it excessive.
Or at least you didn't make it excessive. Yeah, we all agreed to that except for this one guy.
One guy.
Freaking Chun-Li player. Chun-Li's already got the biggest throw range in the game. So, of course, he was just doing it left and right. And
now I'm doing this.
I remember that old guy. It's funny I call him the old guy. We're probably older than he was.
We're older than he was then.
But I remember he was the old guy. He was pretty good.
He was in his 30s.
Yeah. He beat him first, right?
Yeah.
And then I eliminated him, I think?
No, I did.
Oh, you? No.
Because it was double elimination.
Well, you never lost, though.
No, I played
So
Ryan in the finals.
You beat him first,
He beat Ryan. He beat Ryan.
The throw guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, old dude beat him the first time. He beat Ryan. He stayed in winners. I was still in winners. I fought him and eliminated him. Well, no.
You must send him to losers.
I sent him
the
to
old
losers,
guys.
and then
the old guy eliminated.
He
him.
eliminated.
That's what it was.
Because he got a standing ovation.
He sure did.
Get that guy out of here.
When that dude lost, all of us stood up and applauded, and he left. Like, thank God.
That was awesome.
It's like, you bitch, get out of here.
Get out. You didn't even get third. You got to go.
And I still recall I came in fourth that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still remember the finals in that one. And then we missed the second tournament because we were on a field trip.
On a field trip.
And it was that other guy.
The Gal player showed up.
Yeah.
Started wiping the floor.
And I kept hearing how good he was, So the third tournament, we were there, and sure enough, y'all ended up fighting. I don't remember the exact match, but I remember it being tense. I remember everybody just staring at the screen just so intently.
Every round got down to the pixel.
Yep.
Every round.
Yep. And then we ended up running to that guy again at South. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We were playing but we found out the arcade at South had a
Marvel
Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Yeah. And there was this one guy in there who was like beating everybody. Oh, yeah, the sauce guy. I forgot about him. But you played him, and I remember thinking, God, this guy's really good.
That's really good, yeah.
And y'all played like a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, why do I know this guy? And like maybe about the 6th or 7th time y'all fought, I was like, did you ever go to a place called What was the name of the
Gamers.
place? Gamers, yeah. He was like, yeah, you were the Street Fighter player. Yeah! And then we finally realized, because I guess we used to always miss each other in the arcade. And that one day we finally actually was in there at the same time, because he was the king whenever we weren't there, and we were the king whenever he weren't there, but we never really met until that day, because it was like, wow, this guy's good. And I'm sure he was thinking the same thing. Dang, this guy's good.
Yeah, we went back and forth a lot.
Yeah. So, the good old days.
Do you still have contact with him?
No.
Oh, God, no.
No.
That was back in college.
That was back in college. 20 years ago.
Okay, so you probably don't remember a world. You probably don't remember a world without, chats and cell phones and texting. This was well before everybody had cell phones.
Well before everybody had cell phones, yeah.
Well, there's home phones, weren't they?
Well, yeah. We were poor college students.
Poor college students. We had no way to get to him even if we had his home phone.
We just meet at the arcade up the street.
And it was also before, arcade perfect versions of the game at home, because that game didn't come out.
That's true.
Years
later.
Years later.
Yeah.
In a home console, and even then it was really, really slow.
Yeah.
So there was. It's not like we could play it in the arcade and then go home and practice there. I mean, that was the only place. That was the only context in which we had any kind of relationship, if that makes sense. Back then, you didn't need people's phone numbers because that's where you met them. Back in the arcade days.
Checkers greater than rallies.
Oh, when I said chestnut checkers, he's saying checkers is greater than rallies.
Okay.
But checkers and rallies is really the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't even remember how we got on this topic.
I don't know. Tangent on top of tangent.
You were talking about Alpha 3, but somewhat Dawn for Cody. We were talking about Cody, and then we just jumped into Fighting Layer EX, and then we talked about Super Turbo.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, no. It always happens. We try not to. I put this plan up here, and we never follow it. So anyway, EX layer. EX layer is coming out. I'm sure we'll. I'll have it, so we'll probably play it at the next.
But I mean, that's the cool thing about fighting games, man. They all gel into each other. It's all the same thing.
Well, Mom was asking me, why did we start doing this? This was a couple of years ago now, and I remember telling her, I thought about it, and it's like, you met some of the folks we used to play in the arcade with, and some of the folks I know now, and I can honestly tell you that the majority of folks that I know through video games, I would have never met otherwise.
No.
Would have never had a reason to talk to any of them. I'd never know this dork that we're talking to now.
No.
I'd never know some of the relatively rough guys we used to hang out with at the arcade. They came from a completely different part of town.
They would have all been in jail if it weren't for the arcade.
And in turn
because if they didn't have a place where they could go and be nerds, they would have joined the gang with everybody else.
Joining gangs, breaking into cars and houses and
people's houses. And
stuff, they would have been doing all that stuff instead. And I told her, it's like, and I've told other folks this too. It's like, we're trying to bring in what we used to get out of the arcade back in the days. We had some still lifelong friends that, again, we would have never met otherwise. Would have never had a reason to talk to them, see them, different parts of town, different ways of thinking, all that stuff, and it brought us all together. And I love that, especially when we get somebody new that shows up and we start talking. When I was over in Fort Walton a couple of months ago, talking to some of the young guys there, and I'm sure they walk in, they see me with all the gray and the beard and everything, and they're like, "Man, this guy's old." But then they start talking to me, and like this one guy, particularly, me and him, we were like, "Dude, I love you."
Well, I mean,
and we were like instant friends because we all like the same stuff. We're all nerds. Now, back in our day, it wasn't cool to be a nerd.
No.
It wasn't cool to be a geek. I mean, you had to hide it, and it was
that was one of the places you could do that.
You almost had to talk in code when you were talking to somebody. Just put something out there to see how they replied, and if they replied the right way, you knew, okay, it was safe to talk to them. Yeah. Otherwise, you just had to hide it. Now, folks like Ace, it's cool to like video games and anime and Star Wars and all that stuff. That stuff that Ace doesn't even like. But you know, it's cool now, but back in the day, you couldn't do that. The only place you were safe to do that in really was the arcade. Because if you were in an arcade, there was a good chance you'll probably like games.
What do you say? We don't have gangs. We have clubs. You don't do either. What are you talking about?
Sons of Anarchy, yeah.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, okay. But either way.
In the common sense of smoke on arcades. It used to be the little common theme I used to remember.
What?
There used to be like a smell of like smoke every time I go to the arcades.
Oh, really?
There'd be like, because like the arcade over here, apparently I remember like outside used to be a lot of people that smoke. And I'm guessing some people went inside the arcade and must have had that same.
Oh yeah.
Done the same thing. So,
probably.
Yeah,
but I mean, even now, like 20 years later, sometimes I'm out.
20-something years later.
Well, I mean, a lot of times I'm out. You know, I take my kids out a lot to eat. And I'm with my wife and my family, and all of a sudden, one of the dudes from the arcade comes in with his wife and his family.
Yeah.
We lock eyes for a second.
Yep.
And we're just both like, "Hey!"
So yeah, hadn't seen each other in 25 years, but it's like you just ran into your best friend again.
We don't even say anything to each other, but
Yeah,
we're just like,
but you're both like, I
Gotcha,
know
man.
it happened to me when I was in the shop. Every now and then, one of the guys would come in and we look at each other like. Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
I know we can't talk
Yeah.
to each other.
We can't talk to each other because
families
we're
and
busy,
stuff,
but
I see you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's been 20 years, and it's still that reaction.
Yeah, it still is. Yeah. It does have to happen. Yeah.
And again,
that's-
with people that you know, otherwise you would have never met.
Yeah. And that's what I still love about doing the events and going out to events and meeting new folks. Because I'm a shut in. More or less. I don't really go out to meet folks or anything like that. So it's, it's cool. So yeah, I'm sure we've gotten all the way off track now. So we're just going to go to E3.
The
Is there
eest
anything
of
else?
threeest.
The eest of the E3. So
should we talk about Dragon Ball Fighter Z or just go right to E3 or?
well,
It's going to lead into that, isn't it?
probably. So
The DLC stuff.
So did they say anything about the DLC? Because I've been looking up all kinds of other stuff, but Dragon Ball this week. I know it's coming out on Switch. So
yeah, but
finally.
we never talked about like Zamasu and
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
the other character was. Vegito.
Vegito, yeah. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Vegito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we could talk during the E3 part. We'll just mention how they are.
I mean, honestly, I downloaded them and I still hadn't played with either one of them yet.
I have.
We played with them up at the tea shop a few weeks ago, but I mean, other folks did, but I still hadn't. I still hadn't had a chance yet. But
I put some time in them. Well, mainly Zamasu, but Vegito, I watch how he plays, but I didn't really get to put much time into him. But I have an idea of how he plays like.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a game. That's another one. At first, I felt like, oh man, this is like super simple. It's not very deep, and you get into it, you see that it's a whole lot deeper than it seems at first, especially when you got your two characters for your assists. Kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 2. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, 3.
Kind of.
Yeah, but the more...
I still feel like there's a certain way they want you to, like, that the game is designed to be played.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the main mix-ups is going to be in the end of the day, it's going to be a high-low mix-up. That's going to be the most... Like,
either
the best
that or,
thing to get.
throw some giant explosion where you can't see where you are. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
there's
that now,
but
too.
Well,
it's like only with Piccolo after like a snapback, and
Yeah.
his is not really consistent.
They kind of fixed that.
But yeah, I mean, I watch people, like I watch the pros and stuff on the tournaments and stuff playing. I look at it and I see what it is they're doing, and I see, oh yeah, this game was a whole lot deeper than I thought it was at first. It's actually really fun to watch, and it probably would be pretty fun to play, but I can't keep up with that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm officially too old to play anything like this.
Yeah.
I can't, at anything resembling a competitive level.
When the game came out, I remember thinking, I'm going to jump on this game. I want to be competitive at it at least, and I'm going to jump on it and really stick with it. And then taxes started, and I wasn't able to play the game for like 4 months straight. And by the time I started playing it again, it was too late. Everybody's already found all the tech, and I was out of it.
Well, I mean, I see the tech. I understand the tech. I
There's
just
only
can't
one
get
tech-
my hands
no,
to do
there's
the
only one
tech.
tech you need.
Which
You
one?
need
The
to
cell
learn
one?
cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the tech.
Jesus Christ. And that's what I'm afraid the game's going to turn. The game's going to turn into MVC 2. Fun to watch,
Yeah,
but nobody's going
I'm
to play
afraid
it.
of that too, actually. Yeah.
Everybody. Oh yeah, it's cool, but nobody's going to actually want to play it anymore because it's the you got hit, now you don't play the game anymore. You just sit back and watch.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the scaling on that game is really strict. So I mean, there are some touch of death combos, and they're probably going to eventually patch all that stuff out somehow.
Maybe.
Even if they have to shorten combos, because I'm sure people are doing stuff that we're like, holy crap, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but then you get into you kind of lose what folks like to watch about it. It's kind of a balanced thing. It's like
I don't think they're gonna take away the touch of death stuff, but I feel like they should probably make it where when you lose someone, that it's not as threatening as you are without the assist, like with the lost character, because it's like in Marvel 3. Well, I don't know about MVC2. I think MVC2 was like, it's kind of like in this game where it's like if you lose a character, it really means a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
there was no comeback. Well, there is a comeback mechanic. I mean, you do get a powered up. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where they power up the sparking blast. Yeah. So
Yeah, but in the long run, it's better. It's just better to have. You would rather have more assists than you would rather have sparking.
right,
in
but
Marvel-
it gives you
Marvel
a
3 was
chance.
Equal. Yeah.
It gives you a chance. If you do catch a combo, you could probably kill with it now at least to try to even the playing field.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as MVC 3 with X Factor level 3, especially when you talk about
MVC3
characters
was
like
pretty bad at that.
you talk about characters like Phoenix and stuff like that. It's just like what's the use?
right. Yeah.
This is just
Yeah,
stupid.
and
No,
Turbo
it became
was
then it becomes a technique to get up to level 5, and then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
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 And you have people, in the air combos, and they would try to do the little down thing to try to take a level away. They just know always block down.
Always block down. Just
Always block down. Take the damage. It doesn't
take
matter.
the damage. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Just always block down. You can't lose the bar. So, game is still a lot of fun. I actually played it a little bit this weekend.
Oh, it's
God,
fun.
this game is fun.
It's everything a Dragon Ball game should have always been.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's the best one since Budokai.
Budokai 3. Yep. Agreed. Budokai 3 still fun though.
And that's not saying much because all the other games suck.
In comparison,
There's
especially.
never been a good Dragon Ball game besides Budokai 3.
Like,
A good one.
I liked Tenkaichi 2.
I didn't like any of the Tenkaichis.
The story mode in that game was really good.
Yeah. I didn't like any of the
Never
Tenkaichis. And therefore, I don't like any of the what do they call them?
Xenoverse.
Xenoverses.
Yeah.
Universe.
Because they're like Tenkaichi, so I've never even touched them.
Tenkaichi had really good story modes. Particularly 2.
I like one-on-one, small arena, not giant sandbox where people are just flying around. You get fireballs coming from the bottom of the screen, and you're like, what am I even looking? Oh, I got to lock on to you because that's realistic.
I hate the whole camera aspect though.
Yeah.
Also, like with some of the new games, like the whole. Well, we could talk about this in the E3 section, but there's like 2 fighting games.
Yeah,
Also,
I was
but
going to
they're
bring that
not-
up.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So, just overall E3, was there anything that you were really excited for? Anything that you saw that was like, oh my God, that's awesome? Anything you didn't
We
like?
could talk about Resident Evil 2 because we talked about it earlier.
It's not really a fighting game.
No, I mean, no. Just,
Unless they
No,
finally put Akuma in it.
general. Oh, James Chen brought that up. James Chen brought that
gotta
up
do
on
it.
somewhere, and it was
They
like,
gotta do it.
dude, Akuma has to be in this
He
game.
has to.
They have to do it.
Do you know what we're talking about, Ace?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I was going to say
He probably
there's
doesn't
no way
know.
he remembers this. He would have been like tiny baby at this point, probably. Okay, so back in the day, they had these things called magazines. that
Video
people-
game magazines.
People don't read. Just magazines. Period. Nobody
Yeah, just
reads
magazines
magazines
in
because
general,
they got their phones and their tablets and stuff, and they read everything on that. So
you mean like the Game Pro and ECM magazine?
oh yeah,
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
So, back when we used to only get news once a month,
Yep.
not every day on Event Hubs.
You used to have to wait till August to read
3-4
about what
times
happened.
a day.
Actually,
you get,
you used to have to wait till September to read about what all happened at E3.
what happened at E3. Yeah.
Yep.
So, every year, the April issue of most of the magazines would do April Fools. Now,
And
they
it was an
wouldn't-
issue that came out in March.
They wouldn't
Keep that
make
in
it
mind.
apparent. Now, after a while, they started.
They had to.
They had to.
Because of this.
Because
Well,
of
it was two things, but yeah, go ahead.
This and Valkyrie Wild.
Valkyrie Wild, yeah.
Anyway,
So,
I was working at Babbage's at the time. Babbage's, nobody even remembers what Babbage's is.
yeah.
So I'm working at Babbage's at the time. So we get the magazines. We used to open them up as soon as they came into the store. And we open it up, and we get to the part where all of a sudden it said Akuma is in Resident Evil 2. It had pictures.
It had pictures.
Of him throwing fireballs up a hallway at a zombie. It was like, oh my God.
This looks
This
so
is gonna
amazing.
be so cool. And it went a couple months before they finally had to tell him. Hey,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You know that was a joke,
At least a
right?
couple of months. So many folks claimed
see
that. So many folks claimed that not only was he actually in there, they opened them up themselves.
They got the cheat to work.
Yeah,
It was like some
because
kind of
I
cheat.
remember sitting there trying. I'm like, it's not working. I don't get it. I'm doing it. I would restart and play the whole game back up to that point, and it's like I'm doing what they said to do. I'm pressing square or whatever the hell the code
You
was,
saw
and
the picture.
it's not working. I mean, I saw the picture.
They saw the picture.
And they finally had to come out and tell everybody, hey, look, it was an April Fool's joke. Okay, Akuma's not actually in the game.
Link to it there.
Oh Lord,
It looks like the Street Fighter EX Akuma.
Yes,
yes,
because it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, there it is. That's
there it is. Hold on a second. So there it is, trick of the month.
And again, this was before like Photoshop was a thing.
Yeah,
You know?
normal folks didn't really know
That's what
about
I'm saying.
it.
That's what it's not a thing. You know, everybody knows what Photoshop means now.
Yeah,
but it
I
didn't
remember
mean
it was
anything back then.
he would come out of the cryo tank. That's it.
Yep, and
And they're
shooting
throwing
the
shooting the fireball down the hall, and there's
Played through the game 6 times.
I mean, I did all this.
We did it all.
We
Yeah.
did it, and for some reason, the stupid thing just
Damn
wouldn't
thing
work.
I think I did something like this with Metal Gear Solid 2. When I heard something like you could play as the ninja, Gray Fox says like when you like beat the game like 4 times or more. So
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard that. But
Oh yeah.
That is
But,
hilarious.
it's the
but-
kind of stuff to try and it never works.
But they had to come out and tell everybody, look, guys, it was a joke. Akuma's not actually in the game, and it probably took another 6 months before the news
Before
finally
everybody
spread, before
heard
everybody
that it was-
finally knew.
yeah, it wasn't
okay,
real.
it was a joke. And that was one of the stories that forced most video game magazines to clearly display
Yeah, like EGM
when-
had changed
when-
theirs to where the middle of the magazine was the
April Fool's section.
section.
So you knew going into it, everything in here is fake, and when you went out of it, everything after is not.
Yeah.
So, but most of them, but yeah, EGM would have just the middle of the magazine was the April Fool's stuff, and then everything else was real. But most of them would have to point out they would make it clear this is an April Fool's joke. Don't believe this.
That and Valkyrie Wild.
And then Valkyrie Wild.
We were all waiting for Valkyrie Wild. I was like, I need to see how this is going to work. So Valkyrie Wild was going to be like a kind of
a Tomb Raider type
kind of
game.
a Tomb Raider / Devil May Cry, but Devil May Cry
Devil May
wasn't
Cry
even
wasn't
around
even a
yet.
thing
It
yet,
was
yeah.
like a Tomb Raider-ish type game
Like an
where you were
action-
running around as a Valkyrie who, for some reason, was naked.
Was naked, yeah, just straight nude.
She had
Yeah.
wings.
What is this?
It was
Valkyrie
it was a
Wild.
game called Valkyrie Wild.
Yeah. It was supposed to come out on the PlayStation
And this was
Station
another one.
1.
They went with this one for 2 years because Scott used to talk about
Scott,
it too.
yeah, I remember.
Oh, he
yeah.
was waiting for it. And oh my God, let's see, Valkyrie.
Let's see if it's got to be on.
It was all. It was like WILDE, I think.
WY. Yeah, I think it was.
WYLD? Okay.
No, it's I. It's I, but it's an E at the end. Yeah, there it is.
Valkyrie Wild.
Valkyrie Wild.
Oh, I
It's
see
like,
it.
how are they going to release this?
Yeah, how are they going to release a game?
Yep, there it is. Full frontal assault.
Oh, what the hell? Come on, where's the picture?
It was going to be the first It was going to be the first like adult-rated game. Maybe was it adult? I don't remember what it was, but either way, it was like
ratings were out. It was
how were they
PS1
going to
game.
do this? But again, this was before Photoshop was a thing.
Yeah.
It looked like
What
they
was
were
the
actually.
catchphrase for the game?
How do I get it? Just we're here. We're just.
Oh, just to show the picture.
Full frontals. Yeah.
So,
that
yeah.
must be the catchphrase.
Oh, it's a small
wow.
resolution.
Mm-hmm. Well, they changed it. I remember she was on the cover too. It might have been this one. No. I remember she was on the cover
Yeah, it was
too.
PSM. It was PSM magazine.
It was PSM. It was definitely PSM magazine.
She was on the cover of one of them.
But yeah, there she is in all her polygon nude glory, and it was going to be just this revolutionary thing, man. They were just going to have a game with a straight nude chick.
Straight nude chick.
Freaking Valkyrie Wild. There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's basically.
And
They
they went with it. They just went with it. They
went
were
with
like, yeah,
that one.
this is a real thing. It's Valkyrie Wild.
That went on for a while.
That went on for a good while.
And I remember Scott about died when he found out it was a joke. He was like, "No."
The whole time I remember I kept going. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. But PSM just kept going with it.
But it's right here.
It's right here. There it is.
Wild.
Valkyrie Wild. It's gonna be the greatest game.
That was awesome.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
See, those were the days. You used to be able to pull stuff over on people like that back then. You can't do anything like that now because everything's so up to the minute.
Oh, well, no. Now, actually, you can do worse stuff. You can just say something that's a complete and utter lie on Facebook, and everybody believe it.
It wouldn't go on for months or years before people found out that it wasn't real, though. It may go a couple of days before. Yeah, there's no way this is actually real because if you look at the
Yeah. But yeah, so Valkyrie Wild. But yeah, those were
Resident Evil 2.
They was like, okay.
So that would be badass if they actually put Akuma in the game.
He needs to be, and exactly the way they described getting him in the magazine too. You're walking through in one of the tubes, and it busts open, and Akuma comes out. And it would be so awesome.
You know, it would be even better if it was the old busted graphics like it is there.
Oh no, yeah. It has to be the old blocky Akuma. Yeah, it has to be. It can't be Street Fighter 5 Akuma.
Oh,
No.
great.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Resident Evil 2.
No Lion King Akuma. We went to Polygon Akuma.
Yeah.
I like Lion King Akuma.
I actually like him too. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Because again, if you're kind of into the lore of it, there was a point where Akuma was almost at the breaking point, and at some point Ryu brought him back, which is why he wasn't the evil Akuma in Third Strike.
Yeah, he was just Akuma.
Yeah.
Goki.
So I always imagine this is him about to turn into the monster.
The rugged lore.
Yeah. But yeah, RE2, Devil May Cry 5. While we're on the Capcom kick.
Oh,
So-
that looked badass.
That last picture with Dante. Oh, I got.
He was
Visions
on
of
Trish's
Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne.
No, actually, I saw it on Max's stream. That was the bike he rode into hell at the end of 2.
I don't remember 2.
I remember 2. I played the crap out of 2. 2 sucked, but I must have played through that game like 6 times, hoping it get better every time, and it didn't. But at the end of Dante's game, he takes like the end boss or whatever, and he like drives down to hell, and that's pretty much how the game ends. It's like I guess that's the end of it. But if you look at the bike, that's the exact bike he was on when he rode to hell at the end of 2. So that because everybody was kind of like, well, what point does this take place in? Some folks were like, oh, well, this looks like modern day stuff. There's cars and stuff. It's like there were cars in 4. Go back and play the beginning of 4. He was walking up a city street with cars and street lights and all that stuff.
An odd world he was in.
It was an odd
Their
world.
hell is the real world in their universe.
Wherever they live, I guess.
Demon world.
Yeah,
But
maybe the demon world is their normal world, and that
Some kind
modern
of
world
alternate
equals
reality.
hell.
Maybe it was like what's that in Bleach? The
Waco Mundo, yeah. When the trailer started, it was at the Xbox conference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When the trailer started, for a split second, I was like, "Is this Ninja Gaiden?" Because it was a guy. He was talking about demons, and the graphics were not Capcom-y, but everything's kind of built on the new RE7 stuff. So going forward, that's pretty much what this stuff is going to look like. So he's talking about demons, and all of a sudden, and then that van came around, and like I was like, this is, oh my God, and yeah, it was, and they showed the side of the van, Devil May Cry with the 5 up there, and yeah, but it was like, is that Dante? No, that's not Dante. Who is that?
Well, did any of you thought of that Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne cover?
No.
You seen his face? Because I did.
But I don't play Warcraft, so it wouldn't have been something that came to my mind, I guess. But for a second, I was like, wait, is this DMC 2 or Devil May Cry?
Yeah, because it didn't seem they tried to make it look like it was DMC for a second.
Well, just because Nero, all their faces are different because it's running on this engine where you have to make them look real. It's not so much stylized anymore. So it's like, huh? Oh, the Warcraft thing. But yeah, I look at his face and it's hey, it does look like.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yep. But yeah, when he gets out and he revs up the sword, that's when I realized, okay, it's Nero. So this is a sequel to 4. But what the hell was the deal with his arm? And then further in the trailer, it shows whoever that guy is, like, rips his arm off or something like that. I guess takes the devil arm back or whatever. Was it Virgil? Well, it hadn't been confirmed to be Virgil.
No, it was confirmed. Did you see the Maximilian thing? They, paused it, zoomed in. He had Virgil's gauntlet on. That was
okay.
Virgil.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of thought it might have been Virgil because he has Virgil's sword, right?
I think so.
Yeah. At the end of 4, he gives it to him.
They don't show
in
his
the middle
face
of
at
the game.
all, but they zoomed in and they looked at this one part because they were talking about they had to remember when they was doing the Assist Me, and they had Virgil on there, and they said that was the hardest part about making his cosplay was his gauntlets. They spent a lot of time trying to make the gauntlets look right. So when they looked at the gauntlet, they was like, "That's exactly what they said. We know that gauntlet. That's his gauntlet. That's Virgil." Yeah, so that's Virgil that cuts his arm off.
Huh. Wonder what that's all about. And I'm assuming that's Virgil, the third character on the cover.
I didn't see it.
Because at the end of the trailer is only showing him, but if you look at the cover of the game, there's him.
I didn't look at the cover.
There's Dante on the left, and then a third character on the right side. Oh, yeah. Thing is, the character on the right side has what looks like black hair. So I don't know, but I'm thinking that's him. I'm thinking it's him. But either way,
or is it the rocket launcher chick?
No, it's definitely not a girl. That's kind of what everybody thought too. It might be her, but no, doesn't look like a girl. I mean, it kind of looks like his jacket. So I don't know. Could be him. Either way, the game looks great. Man, Capcom is really picking up their game. I mean, everything pretty much after Monster Hunter World seems like they're just knocking them out of the park now. Now, if we can get them to make a good fighting game again, we be in business. But yeah, I was big on that. Personally, going over some of the games I liked, Halo Infinity, even though you didn't really see anything, it looks like they're going back to more what Halo 1. It almost looked like they're...
Oh, was it Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
Or Infinity?
It's Infinite, yeah.
Yeah, that's so. See, okay, so I didn't have time to watch all this stuff, so I watched all the reaction stuff from Maximilian's page. That's why I keep bringing back Maximilian. They were saying, oh, yeah, you probably want to take the Infinite out of the name. That hasn't been working out very yeah, you might want to change the name of that. That's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, because the whole time that was what their press conference started off with was that trailer. So they're showing like grass and tents and wildebeests and all kind of stuff going on. And the whole time I'm like, this is Halo. I know it. This is Halo. They're trying to hide the fact this is Halo, but I know it's Halo. Then they show the soldiers and they're walking through these rings, and there's like one ring, and then the closer ring has the hole in it. Just
yeah, I didn't see all that.
Just like Installation 4. I was like, this is Halo. That's Installation 4.
Is it a remake of the original Halo?
Don't know, because all they show was the camera zooms out and Master Chief sitting there holding his helmet. Then he puts his helmet on, and then some more, and then the camera kind of pans up, and you can see wherever they are, they're on a ring world again. Could be a remake of 1. Could be something that takes them back to the installation rings.
I thought they destroyed all the Halos.
I think the rings still exist, don't they? They activated.
I think they had to destroy them all because the Halos turned out Halos were going to destroy everything.
They definitely destroyed the whatchamacallit, the place that built the Halo rings.
Oh.
They definitely destroyed that because it was building a replacement for Installation 4. But either way,
why build a weapon with an ecosystem?
You really want to go into the lore of it all?
Because they painted themselves into a corner?
No, that's where that's where the chosen. That's where the flood were going to be trapped, and then folks were going to live there. You remember the rings weren't made to destroy the flood; they were made to kill everything else. Yeah, so that the flood would eventually starve.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of
that was the best plan they could come up with.
That's a terrible plan.
That's the only one they could do. But. So, I was excited about that. I'm a big Halo fan. Cyberpunk 2077. Every night since then, I've been singing that damn song in my head of that trailer.
I couldn't even sit through the whole trailer. I just was not interested in it at all.
I can't wait. Can't wait for that.
What is that? Cyberpunk 2027?
2077.
Oh, 2077.
Yeah, it's from the company that made the Witcher games, which is why I'm so excited about it. Because the third one of those games is one of my top 5 of all-time games. So them doing now an open-world cyberpunk first-person shooter RPG. First-person RPG, they keep telling everybody is not a shooter. It's an RPG where you got guns and stuff. But I'm excited. I cannot wait to see more of that. Everybody who got to play it and see it, they only showed it to press. So nobody besides the press has been able to see it, but they're not going to show it until further down the line and everything. The new Doom. They announced the new Elder Scrolls, which is all I wanted. I didn't care what else Bethesda talked about. Just tell me there's an Elder Scrolls coming and I'll be happy. They showed a castle in Elder Scrolls 6, and I was like, at the very end, huh?
Morrowind 5.
No, it's that's seriously all it said. It was like a sweeping view of like this grassland and some mountains and a castle and like an ocean over here, and it just said Elder Scrolls 6, and that was it.
Sure, it's not another version of
No, did you see the joke of Skyrim?
No.
They put it on the Amazon. What's the little voice thing you talk to? Amazon?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So they had a video where the guy from Key and Peele was playing it on there because the joke was how many more times can you release Skyrim on something? So they made this joke video of them putting it on that. The actual joke was if you had one of those things and you tried to play it, guess what? They actually released it. It's actually on there. So what the guy was doing in there, you could actually do it.
That's the thing where they were talking to that was real?
Yes.
Well,
they showed it as a joke, but when folks actually went to go do it, it was real. Yeah. So it's funny, huh? We actually did it.
Yeah. There's another version.
Because he was like, of course the joke is how many times can you put this game on something? But then while they were in the middle of making that, they were like, we could actually do this, and so they did. But yeah, they knew folks like me who the Fallout games are okay, but I was furious when they announced Fallout 76. I'm like, there was already Fallout 4. It's Elder Scrolls' turn. Why is there a new Fallout? They knew they better said something about Elder Scrolls for diehard Elder Scrolls fans like me.
Probably won't be for like another 2 or 3
Oh no,
years.
yeah, they said it won't be for a while. It won't be for a while because they also announced Starfield, which is going to be their next big single player RPG, which is the game they've been working on for like 5 or 6 years now. It's called Starfield. Yes, it's basically Elder Scrolls in space. That's the way it's been described from folks who knew of it for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Is this one actually going to come out?
Yeah,
for real.
It's probably not till the end of next year. But yeah,
For real.
yeah.
That's still a
This
long
is
time.
this is the game that he's been working on since Skyrim. So
They didn't do a GoFundMe for this one that made so much money that they're just perpetually making the game.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. No. Yeah. And anybody who wants to talk about
There's nothing to talk about. It still ain't out.
Citizen 2, they announced Cyberpunk 2077 before Star Citizen, and that game's probably not coming out for another 2 years. So, just saying. Anyway, they announced a new Doom, the Spider-Man game on PlayStation. Now, the PlayStation stuff, I've never been a big first-party Sony guy anyway. Not that they don't make good games. It's just not my type.
Not interested
Yeah,
in
I'm
it
just
at
not
all.
interested in Last of Us and Uncharted. Although the Uncharted games are fun, it's just not my type of game. The only first-party Sony franchise I've ever been like hugely into has been the God of War games. And this last God of War, I was concerned because it looked like The Last of Us.
Did you see?
With the God of War skin over, and I was worried about it. But everybody I've talked to that really liked God of War, like I did, said I need to play it. So I'll play it
this last
eventually.
God of War game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
I've heard it's really good.
Oh, you played it, Nolan?
I haven't.
I watched it.
Yeah, he watched it.
I don't have time to play games anymore. I watch them on YouTube.
Yeah. So
It's sad.
That's like my brother, kind of.
Yeah, don't ever grow
Brother
up.
does that too.
stay young and
Stay
with free
single.
time as long as you
Don't
can.
ever have children.
Yeah. But
No, did you talking about The Last of Us. Did you see the trailer
for The Last of Us 2? Yeah.
where she's like at the party?
Uh-huh.
What the hell was going on there?
I don't know.
Was that like in the future?
Future of what?
I don't know. Was that a dream sequence? What was going on?
Obviously, it's after the first game. She's grown up now. So obviously some years have passed.
Well, she's like kissing a chick,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes behind her head. And now she's back to being a murder machine,
Yeah.
which kills me. I'm not saying she can't be a murder machine because she's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that nobody can run around killing that many people in that short span of time.
You've obviously never played the Uncharted games. Folks would point that out too. Oh, Uncharted's like, fun and whimsical. You know how many people this guy's murdered?
Yeah, he's just straight up murdering
This
people.
He's murdering
And, like,
hundreds of people.
Well, the new Tomb Raider's the same way.
Yeah, it is.
They
It is.
actually made a mechanic to where this game's pretty much Tenchu. She was running around just slicing people's necks open. I was like, God damn. What part about raiding tombs had you? You just became a trained assassin, for God's sake.
I know. But I did see Max talk about this too, and I thought the same thing. Was anybody else?
All the killing just loses.
I don't know how to feel about this because the killing is one thing. It's a video game. You've killed folks in video games. Was anybody else put off by exactly how many girls were killed in that? Like you're just shooting chicks in the face, cutting their throats, and
Which one?
in the Last of Us.
Well,
because their
all
trailer from last year
but all games
was
have been-
these two chicks getting the crap beat out of them.
Yeah.
And it's like they're almost going out of their way.
women are people too.
I know. I get that.
That's
And
feminism.
that's exactly what Max said too, but it's like I still don't feel good about it.
No.
But it's like, am I supposed to not feel? Am I supposed to not feel good about it because they're women? Because
Hey, look, man.
women can get killed too.
Chick's gonna.
But
aim a
I
gun at
still
me.
don't. I
Aim
still
at-
don't want to see it.
Chick's gonna try to kill me. Bash her face in. That's feminism.
But going back from their trailer from last year's E3 to this year, because I don't know if you ever saw the trailer for last year when they first announced The Last of Us 2. It was basically just these two chicks just getting the crap beat out of them, their faces kicked in and crap, and it was just like, well, that seemed like almost
But all games are doing that.
sadistic.
All games. I mean, Call of Duty World War II had a whole bunch of women in it. Just a lot
I
of
never
games
played it,
have
yeah.
women in them now. And what was it they showed where the character you could actually play as a female now?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it was Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of those games are doing that. They're putting women in because they're trying to bring more women into playing. video games.
I'm totally cool with
Yeah.
that. But
I mean, just the Tomb Raiders, the like you said, the
Last of Us.
Well, the other one that you said, Drake.
Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted, Last of Us, all that. The big problem is that it's so realistic. You're not just running around shooting at, just things running up at you. You end up killing so many people so realistically that I get pulled out of it.
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, this is just as real as the game is.
I think that's exactly what gets me about The Last of Us 2 specifically, because Uncharted is still, it looks really good, but it's still kind of sort of stylized. Was not hyper realistic.
Yeah,
even though Uncharted 4 was
much
kind
more
of sorta.
fantastic.
But this game particularly is just like, it's almost like they put too much into the violence.
Well, it's like Walking Dead now.
That's how I know I'm getting old, too, because when I know 25 years ago, I would have been like, oh, that is so freaking awesome. I want to see all of this. I want to do all of that.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, this is just grotesque.
Yeah, it is, but, I mean, don't get me wrong. Taken out of the context of the actual game itself, I go and I look up the videos on YouTube of all the death scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I look for all the little gory stuff. That's just seeing that by itself. But just in the context of the game, it pulls me out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not like something like Resident Evil where you may come across a few actual people that you have to kill, but everything else is some kind of zombie-like thing or whatever, some kind of monster. It gets to a point at this game, you're not even killing monsters anymore. You're just killing
humans, yeah.
And it's just two of you against an army of people, and you kill every one of them. Anyway. We digress.
We really digress. Battletoads.
What? There's a new Battletoads?
They announced it. There was a short little cartoon with some tongues that did some stuff, but that was it. Which also goes into one of my biggest things about this E3. This E3 it had some really high highs for me because there were things that I was wanting to see that they showed. But doggone it, if almost everything that was showed this year isn't coming out this year, it's not even coming out by like the middle of next year. It's like the end of next year. What's up? Oh, geez, of course, yeah. But that was like, I can't think of one press conference this year that I could give anything more than like a B to, because all the big stuff is like next year, year after next, the year after that even.
Yeah, but they would have got railed if they didn't show anything.
Which is exactly why I know, because I think this was just one of those years where kind of everybody came up was like, crap, we don't really have a lot. I mean, Sony
and all this stuff coming out now, it's got to be the end of the current generation. They're all working toward next generation.
Yes, so Sony is all but announced their next system. They're probably going to show their next system in 2020.
Yeah, and all this stuff, because a lot of this stuff they're probably already working. It probably won't be out to next year because there's going to be a next generation version of it not too long after the original comes out.
There were quite a few developers, especially with yeah. They were the ones that basically said this is going to be they always said this is going to be a next gen RPG. They are definitely making this for the next for the PlayStation 5, for the Xbox 2, and for PC. This is going to be like when the PS4 was coming out. Well, GTA 5 was made to work on 360 and PS3, but they were actually making it for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Right. And that's why I think that's why all of this a lot of this stuff is coming out next year.
Yeah,
because it's going to lead into the next generation.
Definitely starting next year is going to be the last. This is the last hurrah of these systems, because they're about to move on to the next hardware. Like I said, Sony has all but said, yeah, our next system's coming out 2021-ish, something like that. They're definitely going to announce it 2020, probably come out that year. But yeah, so this was kind of a weird year because it's like Sony and Nintendo were really the two companies that had a lot of stuff coming out this year. Ubisoft, they got Assassin's Creed and some more stuff for Rainbow Six and no Splinter Cell. So yeah, no Splinter Cell, no Metroid Prime 4.
A lot of people think Splinter Cell's dead.
No Mortal Kombat 11. No, folks know for a fact they are making a Splinter Cell, and folks would just jaw hit the floor when the conference ended. And it's like, they didn't announce it.
Next generation.
Um,
Final Fantasy. Same thing. Next generation.
oh yeah,
They probably scrapped the whole thing because they said they're going to put it on the next one.
Well, okay. One thing I've been thinking too. A lot of folks forget also that Gamescom is actually bigger than E3 now. So some of this stuff, some of the stuff I think these companies were like, that game's not really coming out to the end of next year anyway. We can wait till Gamescom. That way we'll have something big to announce at Gamescom. I fully expect that MKXI, whatever the next Mortal Kombat is going to be called, it's going to be announced at Gamescom. Folks were shocked that it wasn't announced.
Oh yeah,
at E3.
they didn't say anything about
Nothing about Mortal Kombat. Metro Prime 4, Nintendo's probably going to wait to Gamescom to do it. Around, they'll be doing directs throughout the year anyway.
Oh, Nintendo.
Splinter Cell, that's got to be their big game. That's got to be Ubisoft's big Gamescom thing. Splinter Cell and Beyond Good and Evil 2, which had a great trailer. By the way, I've never played the first Beyond Good and Evil, but this one looks interesting.
I don't know anything about it.
But yeah, that's what I've been telling myself. Okay, anything that was big that everybody just totally expected to be at E3 is probably going to be at Gamescom. So what's that? End of August, usually August, September, something like that. So it's probably when we're going to see that. I was kind of disappointed. Also, I'm holding out hope that Capcom will give MVCI some love at Gamescom too. But
Yeah, Infinite's a curse of words.
Okay, so no, it's not. That's not going anywhere. Because
just let me believe, man. Just let me believe in my
they
heart.
still don't have the rights to the characters.
What do you mean they don't have the rights to the characters?
The Fox characters, Disney has not bought Fox yet. They haven't bought the section that has all the X-Men and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they
that people,
have.
No, not yet. No, it hadn't gone through. And now, listen.
Okay.
Comcast, is it Comcast?
Oh yeah, Comcast trying to buy the rest of Fox.
No, they're trying to buy all of it, including the Marvel characters, and that's where the fight's coming in. So Disney offered like 50-something billion.
Yeah.
They came in and said, "Okay, we'll give you 64."
Really?
Yeah. So now it's a bid war.
Really?
So they don't actually own the characters yet. So nothing's going to happen. With
Okay.
that
Well.
until that's over.
First of all, they never had to own the characters to make
They
the
don't have
video
the
games.
rights to the
They've made plenty of games with the characters mixed in together. That was always a misconception in the film world. Yes, but video game wise, they could always put whatever character they wanted
Fox
wherever
still
they wanted.
reserves the right to hold off on anything in case they decide they want to make something with.
Not particularly when it came to games though. This was an internal thing where Marvel just didn't want to give anything to Fox at all. Didn't want to give anything that might promote something Fox was doing. So they blacklisted all of their stuff. Go back 2 or 3 years and ask any comic book store owner how much comic books sucked when they started doing that crap because, okay, all of a sudden there's no more X-Men. We're going to finish off all the X-Men characters. We're going to kill off Wolverine. You're not allowed to make any more mutant characters. A lot of X-Men characters are now going to be changed over to Inhumans since we own that.
They own Inhumans, yeah.
You know, they own all of it. But they didn't want anything to help Fox. But they ruined their own crap, though, including MVCI. It was like, no, you can't put any X-Men characters in. That's a thing we're just not doing right now. There was never any rights issues there. It was just them not wanting to do it. They want to push up their own stuff and anything else, no.
Business.
Yeah. Where, they EA'd themselves. They made something that was probably going to be good, and then they came in and said, okay, no, you can't do that. Well, that just ruins it. Just completely ruins it. So.
What was the timeline this is called for the Marvel Universe? MCU or something
the
like
MCU,
that?
Yeah.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
Not a fan of it.
Oh, I love the films. But
it
wait,
doesn't really stand out to me personally.
Hold up. Please don't say that you're not a fan of that, but you are a fan of the X-Men movies.
Oh, I'm not really a fan of the X-Men movies much
But-
either. I'm talking about I'm just talking about what characters that stands out that looks cool. Like when I look at for the
Just the characters.
X-Men cartoons and stuff,
themselves, yeah.
for example, and I mean things like Spider-Man armor looks cool, but the recent kind of movies I'm seeing, that hasn't really caught my eye for some reason.
Infinity
I don't know
War
what it
awesome.
is.
This is the same guy that doesn't like or know anything about Star Wars too. So,
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say
You gotta
a bit
kinda-
different. I mean, were you into comic books at all?
No.
No. Okay. So
Again, I don't know what he is. He's not
he
really.
is. He's whatever a post-millennial would be. He is.
If I was one, I would like those new MCU stuff.
Either way, that's kind of messed everything up. But I did see something about Comcast was trying to buy Fox. I just assumed, I only saw the headlines, so I just assumed they were trying to buy the rest of Fox.
Nope, it's all of it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's a bid war now.
That's interesting. So yeah, NBCI is probably done.
Yeah,
But a man can still dream, because I still enjoy that game.
it ain't gonna be anything this year.
I still enjoy that game. So going into more specifically now, E3 fighting game news. So Soul Calibur 6, they announced a story mode for it. Yay.
That's nice.
Geralt's in the game. That's all I care about. And he looks awesome. His stage looks awesome. Just awesome. Something you were alluding to earlier, I presume you were probably talking about Jump Force?
Yes, Jump Force, and there was another one.
My Hero 1's Justice?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The My Hero Academia fighting game. They're both arena.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, they're both arena, style fighting games like what we were talking about earlier.
Jump Force lost me.
Jump Force is the one with the Dragon Ball characters and
Naruto,
One Piece and Naruto
One Piece
and Death Note. At the end,
Oh,
when
yeah,
he's
yeah.
sitting there, freaking what's his name, Ryuk. I was like, for a second, I was like, who the hell is that? Oh my God, it's Death Note. It's like, what the hell? Graphically, I don't like it when they do the realistic graphics with anime characters. I just don't.
Yeah.
It just,
I don't like it either.
they're all like round and shiny and stuff. I mean, fidelity-wise, it looks good, but it doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's not really appealing.
Yeah,
Artistically.
yeah. I'm definitely going to check it out though. But
Yeah.
Jump
I heard
Force.
frame rate issues in the game too, so
Well, I
it's
mean,
like another
Well,
problem.
I mean, there's frame rate issues, and then there's just the whole graphic thing.
Well, there's both.
Why?
Both.
Would
We'll
you,
see what other characters look like.
Why would you ever try to take something that has always been on paper and a cartoon and try to make it look anything resembling realistic?
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of that.
I never liked that idea either.
No,
It
I
never
mean,
works. Street Fighter the movie didn't make this well either.
Wow.
The game, I mean, the Street Fighter the movie, the game.
The Street Fighter, the movie, the game, yeah.
when they started coming out with the Ultimate Ninja games, I'm like, okay, this is it.
This is it.
Every anime game has to look like this from now on. Period. But yeah, like you say, why some people still try to make it look realistic, I will never get. It's just never going to look
Well,
right.
I mean, I'm sure because you use cell art and you match the manga or the anime like to a T. Anybody that does the same thing, you're basically making the same game. Because a lot of people only look at games graphically. They don't care about the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
They just see pictures and it's like, hey, that looks cool. I'm going to play it.
I know. I've
So
never
anybody else
understood
comes-
those folks, but yeah.
Anybody else comes behind anybody in the Ultimate Ninja series and uses very similar graphics, the characters are never going to look any different. Then you're basically, in their eyes, making the same game. So they have to do something to stand out. I understand that. It just doesn't look good.
But you're already making a niche game, though.
Yeah.
This is never going to reach out to Joe Blow walking down the street. I want to buy a game one day. Oh, this one looks kind of cool. No, you're selling this game to folks who like One Piece,
But they've already released that game.
Dragon Ball.
But they've already released that game.
I know, but my point is, you make those games to appeal to the audience that you're trying to sell it to. The folks that want it to look like the comic, like the anime. That's just my opinion on it. I'm still going to play it.
That's appealing to a fan base, right?
Yeah.
That's the word you're trying to get at, yeah.
And is when you try to reach out past that fan base for something that's already very niche. That to me, you're making a mistake because now you're making a game that the fan base won't like, and the other folks that you're trying to reach, they're not going to particularly like it either. Stick with your niche. It's a niche.
Well, it's a gamble. It's like
It is.
It is a gamble.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's mostly a gamble at that point.
I mean, to Bandai's credit, they've been trying their hardest to make these games expand out more. Now, of course, you got games based on wildly huge animes and stuff. Of course, those games are going to do well and everything. But I don't know. Graphic wise, like I said, it looks okay, but I'm just not a big I'm just not a big fan of
really
that. But
they're fighting in what looks like a Dead or Alive stage.
True. I actually said the same thing.
That was weird.
It does look like a Dead or Alive stage.
Because in every one of those, like a lot of the biggest fights happen in like some kind of like natural landscape. Why the hell are they in the middle of a city?
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be some kind of...
Every one of those games, you can put them out in some rocky, mountainous plain area, and it looks right.
Well,
that's all you got to do.
This is some weird...
It looks out of place.
Yes. I'm sure there's some kind of weird demon guy that opens some kind of weird Chinese book.
Is this supposed to be making me want to play the game?
Brought all his favorite anime characters to his world, and whatever. Anyway,
but the Battle Master brought them all together to fight.
Sure, who cares? Just a reason to get all these characters together. But yeah, the hero game is a little bit more anime-ish. Though.
I haven't looked at that because I haven't seen all of.
I only just started watching the show.
Anything.
I only just started watching the show, so I'm only 3 episodes in. So.
Oh God!
Yeah,
you need to get caught up.
Well, I'll have some more free time soon.
My Hero?
Actually, I knew a lot of folks that liked it, and I knew it was huge. So I was like, let me watch a couple episodes of this anime, and it's like, oh, it's pretty good.
Go Beyond.
I have no idea what that means yet. So,
but you know the response.
What?
No.
Go Beyond.
Beyond. Is that 3 episodes in?
No.
Okay, so that's all I know. He just got into the school. He just got into the school and met the eraser guy.
They're not saying plus ultra yet?
No.
Yeah.
He just met the eraser guy at the school and he threw the ball with the finger.
No, that's like the tagline for the show. Go Beyond plus ultra.
Oh, I had noticed. Whatever.
Because that thing we did in Biloxi last year, God, what's his name? He hadn't been to any events anytime lately, but God, what's the guy's name? Black dude, younger dude. He plays guitar, I think. God, I can't remember his name. I think he's on my Facebook. Either way, he was wearing a shirt. He was wearing a shirt at that thing we did in Biloxi. He was wearing a shirt that said "Go Beyond," and I pointed to him. I said, "Hey, plus ultra," and he was like. You don't remember that?
What you're talking about?
Oh God. Anyway,
no idea.
It's just plus ultra, man. So it's like smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Oh, Jesus
as long
Christ.
as you know the response, you have heard the song before. You get a click on your black card.
Ace. Finish it.
Finish what?
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Come on, man. Come on.
That's not
you
me.
got this.
I don't do that.
Let's thumbs up here. Oh, yes,
I got lost in the wind.
I have been watching FLCL season 2.
I have not watched Fully Cooley.
It's only 2 episodes in. 2 or 3 episodes.
See, I let this stuff like
Fully
go for a while, and then I binge watch it on places.
It's
that may or may
it's
not
Fully
be
Cooley. At first, it looks kind of different, but it. Pretty quick, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is going to be different." Oh no, this is still definitely.
See, I binge watch stuff like that on websites.
By the end of episode 2, it's definitely still that
on websites that are legal in the countries that they're hosted in.
Yeah. Thank God for those. Anyway, well, it's a Cartoon Network thing. They pay for the episodes, so you're not going to see any more episodes besides what they're airing.
I will.
No, you won't. Try. Go see.
I've been watching it.
What? Fully Cooley?
No, not Fully Cooley.
Oh, I'm talking about Fully Cooley. Anyway, so yeah, those were coming out. Dragon Ball Fighters on the Switch. Finally, yeah. There's one thing also too. I've been watching. I got caught up on a bunch of stuff from E3 this morning, and watching all these devs have to backpedal whenever they're asked if a Switch version of a game coming out. And you can see in their eyes, they're like, yeah, if we knew this thing was going to sell like this, we would have been making it. But now we're having to rush to to hurry up and get these games out before nobody cares anymore. And I guarantee you that's what happened with a bunch of well, I know it's what happened to a bunch of these games, but you know the question anytime somebody says, and this coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One, okay, is it going to be on Switch? And you can see them like, we're only talking about these two versions of the game right now, which means yeah, we're working on a Switch version. We didn't know the Switch was going to turn into the Switch. Because even a year ago, the same answer was either we're going to wait and see how that works, or hell no. But now the Switch is like blowing up, so everybody's trying to hurry up and put their games on it, but they don't have it.
They were going to do the dial, but then they changed it to the Switch.
Sure.
You said it was before the Switch became the Switch.
Well, you
just imagine that it was a dial first.
You know what I mean.
Rather than snapping, it clapped.
Other fighting game news from E3. Blade Strangers, they've already talked about that. That's coming out soon. Yeah, that's the game with the indie character, kind of the indie character crossover games. The characters from Coda Princess.
Oh, yeah, that looked weird.
Yeah, Coda Princess, that Kawase game, the girl with the fishing line game.
The animation on that's crappy.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a cheap.
It's bad.
Well,
kind of a cheap little game.
The game flow is pretty bad.
It's bad.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. The little weird crying dude from the
why is he crying?
Binding of Isaac. I've seen somebody play Binding of Isaac once, but I have no idea what the game is about.
But why is he crying?
I don't know.
What it's about either. I didn't really get to take a good look at it.
I have no idea what the Binding of Isaac is about, but I know he's in that game. Shovel Knight's in it. The guy and the girl from Cave Story. I mean, it's pretty cool. A little indie fighting game with a bunch of indie game characters crossing over fighting. Kind of cool. SNK Heroines. They announced Mian and Luong. We're gonna be in the game. So.
Luong's one of my favorite new fighting game characters.
I could not figure out who the hell Mian is.
I was just going to lady.
Huh?
The masked lady.
I saw the name and I'm like, Mian, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, who that? Mian? I know the name, but who is she? And I finally realized, that's the girl with the mask. Because when she was doing her moves, I was like, okay, that's the girl with the mask. That's why I don't really know what her face looks like.
Yeah, the one time she does her like level 3 max, that's when she actually takes it off. But it's like so subtle that you.
But she's like covered up head to toe, clothes wise. So seeing her with no mask. Seeing her with, no mask and, skimpy clothes on, I love how her artwork is her, if you see, she's, covering up her top and trying to pull down the skirt in the first outfit. If you look at the artwork, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But, yeah, her and Luong were announced for that. Dead or Alive 6. Now, I'm going to be one of those guys that says, yes, I played Dead or Alive 5 for the articles.
For the articles?
Yeah, for the
articles.
You probably
he
know
probably
what that
didn't even know what that means.
Before internet porn.
Yeah, again, it's back when we were only magazines.
Kids had to try to find porn in other ways. Not even porn, just boobs. And Playboy.
You wouldn't even consider this porn today.
No. But, every kid had that one friend whose dad had the Playboys or whatnot. But either way, back then there would be folks that would try to justify them why they would have a Playboy article or whatever, and the excuse always was, I read it for the articles.
Now, in their defense, they did hire a bunch of really good good writers that couldn't get jobs at a regular newspaper or a regular magazine, but they needed the experience, something to put on their resume saying that they wrote for somebody professionally. So the articles apparently were actually really good. But nobody believed it. It's like when you tell people you go to Hooters for the food.
Which I do.
Which we do.
But to most folks' head, you're going to go eat at a strip club.
Yeah.
And that's what.
And I'm sorry, I wouldn't order food at a strip club.
Me either.
Just wouldn't do it.
DOA 5 to me was just an excellent game, and but nobody was ever going to believe that you played that game for anything other than boobs.
I never touched it.
I played the game because of the ninja.
I don't play the
Xbox
game because they
version,
haven't
at least.
changed it since
No,
the very
DOA
first
5
one.
was so different. It was so good. DOA 5 was an excellent
Was
fighting
it
game.
still punch, kick, punch, forward kick?
There was a lot of that, yeah.
It was still, you didn't fall, you floated.
No.
Really?
No, not so much. Virtual fighter characters were in it, like a bunch of them, and they were all awesome. They felt like because even though DOA was, built on, I think the first game was built on that engine, which is why they always played, kind of the same punch, kick, and an action button or whatnot. But I didn't know how they were going to play when they announced them for DOA 5, but they feel like what they were supposed to feel like, even though they're in that engine and everything. But the fact that they pulled it off, and I mean, just that DOA 5 was really good. So I'm actually excited about 6. But it's obvious that Tecmo was going the path of, we're building a fighter first. Are they still going to have the $100 season passes with the string big bikinis in them? Sure, because that's where they made all their money on the last game.
Yeah.
But
Gotta milk it somehow.
so to speak. But now I'm excited about it because I really liked 5. I really liked 4 before it. So 3 was okay. I remember when 2 came out at the time. DOA 2 and Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. At the time, those were unbelievably good looking games. It's funny, you go back and look at DOA 2 now, and it's like, ooh. Actually, some of it still kind of holds up, but DOA 3 kind of looks. I got used to the faces in 5, specifically because 5 was the first one where they kind of went from the anime eyes to realistic eyes. And you go back and look at 3 or 4, and it's like, oh, they look kind of weird now. But
Chan Lee looked weird.
When in 6,
Yes.
folks have been saying that. I don't know.
You didn't think so?
No, I didn't think so.
How does Janley look in 6 now?
His shoulders are about as wide as his ribs are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looks
I didn't
weird,
notice.
dude. He looks really weird.
I never noticed. I thought he looked okay.
Either, but
I thought he looked very similar. A lot of folks have been like, "Oh, this game looks so different," and I'm like,
No, it doesn't.
You obviously didn't
it's
play
freaking
5.
Dead or Alive.
It looks
It hasn't
similar
changed.
to 5.
It
It's been
seriously
upgraded.
hasn't
though.
really changed since Dead or Alive 3. And you can't tell me otherwise.
Essentially, no.
You can put cinematics in it. You can put special moves in it. It's the same damn game.
5 was pretty different though, but you don't know because you never played it. And
won't.
again, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Obviously they're going to be going away from the boobs and stuff, but either way, I'm still excited to play it.
No, they won't. They'll probably have a slider in the options where you can make them bigger or smaller or something like that.
Possibly.
Probably adjust
No,
the breast physics.
I always thought because the first time I played 5, I was like, "Whoa, this game feels a lot different. It feels a lot better. Just as a fighting game, it was just like tighter." And I remember thinking, maybe what's his name was actually what was keeping the game back. The Tecmo guy, he left Tecmo, but he made the guy that always wears the shades.
I don't know his name.
The really bad skin and the jacket. He made the
Your skin's bad too.
Ninja Gaiden games,
I don't know his name.
and he made DOA 2, 3, and 4.
You're still talking about him.
You would know it if I can remember his name.
Inafune?
No.
See, that's the only name I know.
Inafune. Has he even made anything?
I don't know.
Recently?
I don't even know who he
You
is. That's the only name I know.
Itagaki?
Itagaki. That's it.
See,
Yeah.
it's Ida something.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
at all.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I recall thinking, I wonder how DOA 5 is going to turn out without him being there. Well, to me, it turned out better without him there, because he was the one that always pushed the extra stuff more so than
you're still
gameplay.
talking about this.
Yes, I am, and I thought it was
You mean the plot?
Better, yeah. But I thought 5, without his influence, was actually so much higher than all the other ones before. So 6 should be better still.
Whatever.
So we'll get off of that.
Thank you.
Is there any other fighting game news from E3 that you knew about?
There's supers in DOA 6 now, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
They were they had kind of supers in 5 too, though.
They had like cinematic things in 5, didn't they?
Yeah, it was like you could either do a smash, and depending on like what stages you were, you can send them in places. But then when Ultimate came out, they added the one where you can hit them like into the air and they go flipping, and then you can continue the combo and stuff.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Soul Calibur, just to play as Geralt, to be honest.
Whatever, man.
And I hope they put Rock in it, because somebody said they saw something where they already showed Cervantes.
I don't think Rock's going to be in it.
They showed Cervantes. Well, this is a remake of 1. It better not be Astaroth.
Well, it's a remake of 1, but they didn't put Li Long in it.
Thank you for bringing that up.
They brought Maxie back, so they're not going to bring Rock back. They're going to bring back
I cannot
Astaroth.
believe they put freaking Maxie in this game and not freaking Li Long.
Astaroth. It's going to be Astaroth. It's not going to be Rock.
Oh, I swear to God, if I don't get either
Rock's
Li
off.
Long or Rock, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, Rock is off somewhere molesting Bangu. That's why he never came back. He went to jail.
Bongo.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Rock, man.
No.
Rock was my favorite character.
He went to prison. Bangu hung himself. He couldn't.
Yeah,
take the shame.
when they showed Maxie, for a split second, I thought it might have been Li Long, but it's like, no, it's
Nope,
Maxie.
'Cause
Maxie?
Maxie had all the cool stuff. Li Long was.
Li Long has 2 nunchucks.
Well, Maxie swings it on his foot. Li Long didn't swing shit on his foot.
That's one of the reasons I loved Soul Calibur 3, because you could make Li Long in the game. He still only had 1 nunchuck, but they put his outfit in the game.
Really?
You don't remember that? Anyway, yeah. But he has never been in the game since the very first one.
Look, this is all.
And I've always hated Maxie because I loved Li Long.
This is what I'm excited about. So Mitsurugi can now do this and this.
He got his stances back.
So he can do this and this. See, in 5, which was a sequel to 4, which was supposed to be an advancement from 4, he could do this.
I know.
And in 4, he could do this and this. So now, in 6, which is a prequel to all of them, it's almost like a remake of 1 where he couldn't do that at all. Now he can do this and this.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I am aware.
Because it was a sequel, and he couldn't do this.
If it's Astaroth, I am not playing that game. That's all I'm saying. Rock or I riot.
It's going to be Astaroth.
Rock or I riot.
It's going to be Astaroth. It's a more popular character. Nobody cared about Rock. He's just some... I'm serious. He was just some dude with an axe/hammer with a beard. Wearing a bear skin.
I've always secretly hated Astaroth because when Astaroth was introduced, they gave him a bunch of Rock's move. They put Rock back into what? He was in 2. I think he was in 3 as well. And Rock became more of a grappler character.
I think he was in 3.
Yeah. So, which was
in
cool.
The first one, third one, and Soul Calibur 4.
Was he in 4?
Rock?
Looks like it. Yeah.
I vaguely remember 4. I didn't play 4 a lot.
I didn't play 4.
That was the one with the Star Wars characters in it. Yeah.
Excuse me.
360. Yeah, I didn't play 4 a lot. And actually, I liked 5. I thought 5 was a well-made game. None of my characters were in it. Just Solomel was gone. The girl with the Tonfa blade thing, she was gone. Who else? Somebody else, too. It's just like... They took out all these characters that were interesting to me, and they put like 17 different versions of Sophitia. Jesus Christ. Took out the only black guy, I might add, too. But anyway.
And what?
Soul Calibur 5.
Oh, is that Solomon?
Zosalomel's gone. Which he's in 1 now. Well, 6,
Mm-hmm.
which is a retelling. The Tale of Souls and Swords retold. So
now, see, honestly, I was hoping to see Rock, but when I saw Maxie rather than Lee Long, I was like, okay, Rock ain't coming back. It's going to be Astaroth.
It's probably going to be Astaroth. God damn it. Okay. So, anyway. So, were there any other fighting games announced at E3? Any of them that you know of?
Dragon Ball FireZ for Switch, but we already mentioned that.
Yeah, well, wait.
We're talking about Switch.
Talking about the Switch.
Talking about the Switch.
We talking about Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
That one they can do Ultimate on.
Let's go.
That one they can do Ultimate on.
Let's go.
Matter of fact, that's going to be so bad that they're going to have to go. They're going to go to Capcom and say, "You're going to re-release this game, or you're going to take Ultimate out."
Wait.
You mean Infinite?
Oh, never mind, Infinite. Yeah,
MVC3 Ultimate.
Yeah,
Ultimate
No,
Marvel
it
Capcom.
doesn't
Yeah.
have the Infinite curse. It doesn't use that word.
No, it's
So
Ultimate.
fine.
It's Ultimate.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
It's beyond Ultimate.
I'm watching
It's plus Ultra.
I'm watching the press conference, and I'm looking at the game. It's like, this looks cool. Where is he? This is great. Where is he? Oh, that's pretty cool. Where is he? Oh, they put every character back in the game? That's awesome. Where is he?
Yeah.
And then he was, the part at the end where he's like, because we have all these older characters, we don't really have a bunch of time and, whatever to put new characters in. But there's this. And I was like, there he is. And the whole thing.
As soon as you see Samus, you knew it was going to be Ridley.
Ridley! Freaking finally!
Well, no, they said they had him on the last Smash Brothers, but he was too big.
That's been their excuse since the GameCube.
And you see, he's huge.
My whole thing has always been Bowser in every other game but Smash is 2 stories tall.
You gonna take Bowser out?
Shrink him? No, you shrink him down just like you did Bowser.
Hell no, the Bowser fans would be pissed.
They do it already. Look at Bowser in 64. Look at him in Sunshine.
How old is that?
Look
game?
at him in Galaxy.
How old is
Look
that
at him in
game?
3D World. Look at him in 3D Land.
We're talking about Smash Brothers.
Look at him in Odyssey.
We're talking about Smash Brothers.
I know. The argument that Ridley was too big has always been a bullcrap argument to me because Bowser.
No. They didn't mean too big in the game. They didn't have the memory to fit him into the
Too many
game.
polygons,
It was
know?
too That
Fine.
his model was too big.
Fine. Get rid of one of the 14 million Fire Emblem characters in the last game. You goddamn room.
No, they don't have to. They got all the Fire Emblem characters, and they got Ice.
Get
Climbers
rid of
back.
Dark Pit.
Yeah.
You goddamn room.
Well, they did that. They made Dark Pit a
The what do they call them? The Epsilon?
Epsilon,
No.
yeah. It was Epsilon.
Well, that's the Epsilon's a symbol, but it stands for Echoes.
Echoes, yeah.
The Echo character, which I love. Which I don't know if you saw that thing I posted in the Fight Club with
Justin
Bailey.
Bailey.
I saw that picture and I was like, I was like, yes,
That's
yes. You put that model in the game. You give her Armored Samus's moves. It's Justin freaking Bailey.
Yeah, nobody knows who Justin Bailey
I know who Justin Bailey is. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Somebody will probably mod her in.
I'm a huge Metroid fan. Let me put that out there. To me, not having a Metroid villain in the game has been just one of the mortal sins of this game
Kraid
forever.
was in the background.
Kraid was in the background.
Actually did stuff.
What's her
So
name?
did Ridley.
Mother Brain was an assist trophy in the last game.
Probably still is.
Which was cool. Yeah, I'm sure she still is. I mean, basically, from what they said, I must have watched about 10 hours worth of gameplay because on the Nintendo Treehouse Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every next segment they were playing Smash again. So I saw a lot of Smash. A lot of Smash Ultimate.
Anyway.
Just to me, every other character I've ever actually really wanted to see in the game was finally put in the game in the last one, except Ridley. And it's like, all I need is Ridley.
No, they said he was
All
too big.
I need is Ridley.
Because all of the boss characters, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but all the boss characters are large. Every one of them.
Relatively.
King Dedede.
Yeah.
Big character. Bowser. Big character.
And actually-
Ganondorf. Big character. They're all big characters.
Oh, Ganondorf is awesome in this game.
Well, it's the
They went back to Ocarina of Time model for him, but all of his smashes he has a sword.
Yeah.
And his smashes have ridiculous range. Like his up smash hits from like his feet all the way up and over.
freaking Ganondorf.
So awesome. But yeah, Ridley, I mean, I was just so happy to just finally Ridley's in the game. Samus has somebody to fight in the game. Finally. Because, again, I play Smash as just a childhood dream. That game has always just been a childhood dream match type of thing. And now we get Ridley versus
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. In my head, that's always the match I want to see. Ganondorf's going to win. But,
I
now
always wanted Pac-Man and Mario, man.
now I put the computer at the highest difficulty and watch them fight and just sit there.
Pac-Man,
It's happening.
Pac-Man and Mario.
Pac-Man and Mario, Pac-Man and Kirby.
Sonic.
Pac-Man and Kirby.
Pac-Man and Sonic. Pac-Man and Kirby. All four of them in any combination has always been my dream match.
Yeah.
But Pac-Man,
Pac-Man's back.
they changed his super.
Well, all of the, so basically any super, it looks like any super that you could actually control, they changed for the most part.
Well, you saw his, right? Where he goes
Yeah.
through, he actually does the thing that he should have done to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I was like, oh, they did it. They
Yeah.
did it. That's Pac-Man.
It's like much faster too.
And apparently the
That was
ghosts
always
are
the
going to
problem.
be assist trophies now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Let's see.
I saw there was an option to take off stage hazards.
Yes.
Really?
Stage hazards, yeah. You can actually turn those off. Every stage has every stage has a
Battlefield.
battlefield and a mega form now.
Yeah.
Every stage.
Every
That's
one of
awesome.
them.
They're bringing back 8-player matches, but I noticed nobody ever played it, so I guess they're not quite done yet. I don't know if they're going to have separate maps or is every map
Well,
going
there
to
was
have
a
an
lot of
8-player mode.
there were a lot of characters that had 8 colors, like the squid people.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So they showed that actually in that map when they were all running around painting the entire map. There was 8 of them just throwing paint everywhere. It was crazy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Ridley finally being in it, that was just like this. Again, this E3 is kind of weird because everything that it showed is like next year except for Smash.
Except for Smash.
No, but
I'm going to get a Switch now.
Good.
I have a reason to get one.
oh
now.
yeah. But finally.
Now,
finally
my big
he's in it.
question is: this finally going to be enough to get these dorks to stop carrying around CRTs?
Here we go. Yes, that I was.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all the you saw what I also posted in the Fight Club. You didn't
post?
see the one with the smash up the guy who only wants to play
Oh yeah,
Melee.
I saw that photo. Yeah, I saw that.
That website is like a video game satire kind of joke website.
Yeah.
I saw that and I died. I died laughing. I was like, oh my God, because it's true.
It's funny.
Because
it's real.
yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to dog on.
You know I will.
Melee plays. I know you will. Yeah. Because
It's like, dude, let it go.
in some ways they have a valid point. In some ways. But I will say this though, and I told this to somebody a couple weeks ago. I was talking to somebody at work about it because he was kind of confused about it too, and he's a younger guy. He's like, so why is it he found out I do like fighting game stuff, and he asked if I do Smash. It's like, well, I play Smash for fun, but I don't do it like
I'm not competitive
in it at all. And he was like, so are there's still guys who still play the old GameCube game, right? And I was like, yeah. It's like, well, why? So I kind of went into the whole story about, well, the game after that kind of turned folks off to it. It's like, well, I kind of get that, but why are they still doing it? That game's like almost 20 years old. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's a good question. And to me, anybody okay, now this is probably going to make some folks mad, but this is just how I feel. I feel the same way about those guys who just refuse to play anything else after. I feel the same way about them as I used to feel about the folks who used to tell me that Street Fighter 4 online on PS3 was just as good as it was on Xbox. They only said that because they couldn't afford Xbox Live.
Yeah, I tried both, and yeah, there's a very big difference.
There's a
between
huge
PS3
difference.
and 360 online.
Yes.
For one, I think it's like on three. Not only is probably like the server is better, but like I think like the 360, they kind of made it hard to get wireless connections going. Like you had to buy separate parts to get it to work. I think.
Well, yeah, but the big thing was the folks who swore by the PS3 version of it, again, because it's the only version they could afford. They couldn't afford to pay for Xbox Live. They didn't want to. They didn't either they didn't want to pay for Xbox Live or just couldn't afford it. So that version had to be the best version because it's the only one that they could play. And in a lot of ways, I think a lot of folks who are still playing the old Melee game now, having to lug around those damn CRTs everywhere. They're doing it because you can get a Wii for $15 and get one of those cards and chip it, and you got the game for free. That's the main reason most of them are still playing it, I think.
Piracy.
I may be completely wrong. That's just the way I feel about it. Yeah, because it's cheap. It's damn near free to get your hands on that game now.
Well, you saw they
exploitable.
You saw they updated a lot of the functions in the game. They actually made them commands now, like the short hop.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to hit down anymore. It's actually just up in an A button, and now they do the short hop attack.
Yeah. But I know the edge guarding thing is still
the
from
perfect
still like
shield.
4.
Did you see that? It's basically a parry.
Basically.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, if you do it right. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm hoping folks move to it because I would love nothing more than to have Smash at my events, and I would love to do. But I am not doing a 20-year-old game. I'm just not doing it.
No.
15-year-old game. I know.
Somebody come walking in with CRT,
Because
I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to throw it on the ground.
Super Turbo tournaments around, so we can have Nolan come and taking the his supposed wins from a long time ago.
Yeah, that is
right?
true. That is true.
What?
We need Super Turbo tournaments.
Super Turbo tournaments.
Man, I couldn't
Melee
do that crap now.
The thing is, I don't think you were really a Super Turbo player. You're probably a more original Championship Edition, right?
Just regular, yeah.
Turbo was my game. Still kind of my game. Super Turbo too, because HDR was the game that got me back into it. So, but I did used to like Super Turbo in the arcade back when I used to play Sagat. That Gat had that super. It's like, did you see that? He just hit you with a tiger uppercut like 17 times. That was amazing. But going back to Smash though,
it looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
It looks really
Another
cool.
thing, I talked to a bunch of Smash guys,
gonna
and
hate me because I'm gonna be in bed every night with that. He's sitting up half the night playing Smash.
I know. Another thing though, why was it such a big deal to folks that assets were reused from 4? First of all, if you look at it,
big deal good or big deal bad?
Big deal kind of bad. Like everybody wanted to say oh no, this isn't 5. This is just 4.5.
Well, they just because it's the same.
It's like why is that a
game.
big deal? It's like saying MVC2 was really Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter 2.5.
This is
1.5 because they use all the same sprites.
So this is
what?
This is basically Tekken Tag.
Tekken might as well get some complaints too.
Well, this is basically Tekken Tag.
Yeah,
because it's brought all the characters back.
Well,
and it threw in something a little bit new for you.
Yeah, some new states,
so
new backgrounds. They brought back the backgrounds from the handheld version of 4. I was happy about that.
So Tekken Tag,
Spirit Tracks, I love that state.
Tekken Tag and Tekken Tag 2 weren't sequential. They weren't part of the series, and this one isn't either. It's not Smash 4.
It's definitely
it's
definitely an all-star. It's definitely it's definitely the all-star.
Yeah.
It's the all-star. It's the MVC2 of Smash.
No, it's the Tekken Tag of
Well,
Smash.
to me, it's the MVC2 of Smash because everybody is in it.
Tekken
Plus some new characters. Change the system around a little bit, but looks wise, you can put 4 and this one together, and this one looks way better.
Oh yeah,
new models, well, spruced up models for the most part. The textures, if anybody takes a close look at the character models and the textures, particularly on the clothes, and even the skin on some characters, it looks way better.
And a lot of the characters were updated.
Details that you will never even see in the game because you'll never get that close to it, but it's there.
Oh, my kids will.
Yeah, well.
You've seen them.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I guess a 65-inch screen. Back up. Sorry,
but no. What was I saying? Yeah, the character models look great. Like everything from all the old games is back. Like all the characters. They basically said every assist trophy from 4 is basically going to be it, plus all these new ones and stuff.
Yeah, and they added like little details, like the little robot dude.
Or Rob.
Yeah, it actually has a indicator, his color. On the
Oh
side
yeah.
of him shows how much boost he has left.
Yeah, that's cool.
They added a new. Everybody's got a universal, some kind of like last minute jump or something. So they showed them do the little double jump, and then there was like a little dash thing that you could do at the end.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
notice that.
I don't remember what it was called, but everybody's got that. There was what else was it? So, what's to do with the book? The Fire Emblem character.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Lucian? No.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So there's a meter on their icon now that shows how much magic
Oh,
is
yeah,
left.
yeah.
There was another
Cloud's
thing.
Cloud's
limit
limit break
stays.
is on his character sprite. Is on his character thing.
Shulk?
Oh yeah, what was it? They
made it to where it's a thing that.
Oh
pops
yeah,
up,
and
you just hit a direction.
You just hit a direction
Oh,
now
my
instead of having
God.
to cycle through it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so cool.
yeah,
Oh, that's badass. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
yeah. I wonder how many new characters are going to end up because he almost was like, yeah, we're probably not going to do a lot of DLC for this
No
game
need
either.
it. Everybody's there.
So I wonder how many
you got to
new
open everybody
characters.
up too. He said it may.
Oh, yeah.
It may only start with like 12 characters.
But they made it. But he kind of made it sound like maybe it's not as tedious as it was last time. And I'm hoping against hope for a good story mode too. I know he doesn't like it because you'll put it up on YouTube. Get over it.
I know Nintendo.
But even at the event, he seemed a little more.
go.
He seemed a little more upbeat. Like he was in a better mood than he was when he was making 4. So maybe he lightened up a little bit. Because I mean that would really just be the icing on the cake for me if they have a story mode like back when they had in Brawl. It would just be the perfect game. The perfect game. But yeah, I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it.
What was that one little tower stage where it was just a little round thing at the top? They actually destroyed it. Did
Oh,
we
the
not
Zelda
see
stage?
The same thing?
The Zelda stage?
I don't know if it was a Zelda stage or not.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
That's from Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
And now they got Breath of the Wild Link, Young Link, and Toon Link.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
awesome.
Breath of the Wild Link is very different from the other Link. So he's
got the bombs and it's remote control.
Yeah.
You can remote detonate them. That's really cool.
just like in the game, yeah.
And his ultimate is
the
arrow.
the ancient arrow, which I got to tell you, kind of looks like it sucks, to be honest. Watching folks use it, like I said, they had hours and hours of folks playing it live on their treehouse. Ganon, man.
What was Ganon's? I didn't remember seeing that.
Oh, what you talking about his new super?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowser's pretty good. Yeah, he turns into Mega Bowser, or no, what's it? Anyway, and you aim where he punches. He
Just
punches it
everybody
now.
gone. Freaking Star Fox and Falco now. They retired the tank, as they put it.
Yeah, no more tank.
Thank God.
So now they both
They
get
just blow up the entire stage.
pretty
It's
much
just wrong.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like, holy crap.
Oh, I was thinking about that actually. You know, going back to the character who only wants to play melee. Wouldn't it be the ultimate troll if they actually saw that and put him in the game? And I already thought about what his ultimate would be. He get the smash ball. He'd hold up his GameCube controller, jump out of the screen, and just a giant CRT just comes out, just covers the whole screen. And everybody gets hit. There's no escaping it. Just giant CRT.
Like this 38-inch.
That would
CRT.
be the greatest troll in history.
It weighs like 800 pounds.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm so excited for Smash Ultimate. You have no idea. I cannot wait to play that game.
Yeah, I'm finally getting a Switch now.
Cannot wait to play that.
Finally
game.
get to play Zelda.
Yep. So, your thoughts, Ace? I don't think you're
On
a really
Smash
big Smash
Ultimate?
guy, one way or another, are you?
I only tried it once at Chris's place, who lives nearby in Mississippi, nearby me.
Yeah.
Many years ago, and I don't know what Smash was. I think it was for the Wii, Smash for the Wii, not even the Wii U Smash.
Okay.
I forgot what that was called.
Which diehard
Brawl.
Smash players would say that was the worst one.
Yeah, that was the worst because that was
Brawl.
which I was going to joke for this one. I hope that'd be funny, and I hope they add the trip mechanic.
I remember playing that game and going, "Did I just trip?
Did he just fall?
What the hell? What? Why does it do that?" Now, see, I'm not. Again, I didn't know competitive Smash existed till about 5 years ago. So, you know,
Maybe.
it was just kind of an odd choice to me, and
They
it was
never-
kind of funny sometimes and really annoying other times. But now that I understand, you
That
know,
was probably the worst mechanic of all.
oh God,
They never wanted the game to be competitive.
yeah, well, he didn't.
Because all the stuff that people found how to exploit to make Melee as competitive as it is,
Yeah.
Nintendo pretty much says, yeah, that's a glitch. None of that stuff
Say,
was ever
you
supposed to
were
happen.
never supposed to be able to do that. Yeah.
All that stuff was glitches, so they put that trip in there to keep people from taking it too seriously.
Yeah, doing the wave dashing and
Yeah.
all the extra stuff, and they were like, "Hell no!"
Yeah, Nintendo always considered all that stuff glitches.
Well, soccer, I did.
Well, yeah, I mean, he never intended on it to do that stuff. But
So,
you know,
yeah.
where did
but
you post those pictures?
in the Fight Club group,
Fight Club.
see how much you watch the group. I mean, to be fair, I don't really go there that often either. I really should go there more often. Let's see what else did I see? Some of the assist trophies. Bomberman's in it, and his bombs are freaking ridiculous. Did you see what they do? They're like those
the
you know,
little
the X
cross
thing.
things,
Yeah, but he like drops them in like places, and it's like crap. There's nowhere safe to go, but like one little square, and you're kind of stuck there. So yeah, he looked cool. I saw they had a whole segment where they were just showing new assist trophies, and I can't remember some of the other ones I saw.
That.
Yeah, that.
Well, you know, they made a GameCube controller.
Well, no, all the GameCubes. Okay, so when the Switch came out, one of the first big hardware updates inadvertently made the GameCube adapter work on the Switch, even though there was technically no games available for it to use a GameCube controller. The GameCube controller adapter, somebody just plugged it in for some reason, and it worked. And so it was like, well, wait, we can use GameCube controllers now.
Well,
and then Nintendo was like,
really?
huh, that's kind of weird, huh? As if they weren't going to make a Smash.
Imagine that.
But that's also a really cool thing, though, because and I remember the first thing I thought was Smash TOs who you have all this stuff for were probably like, thank God I don't have to buy all that crap again. You know, all your old stuff for your Wii U will work. As long as you have the GameCube adapter, you can use your same old GameCube controllers that you always use and just plug the mug straight into it. So that's cool. That's awesome, actually. That should help out a lot of folks getting back into it. I could never really play Smash on a GameCube controller. I have to play it on the Switch. I had to use the Pro controller. Yeah, and that's just me. I just never. I know that's how a lot of folks play it to this day, and that's how they learn to play it, and that's how they still play it.
Do the Wii U Pro controllers work on the Switch, or you have
No.
to get a new one? Okay.
You have to get a new one, yeah.
Because Marcus has one, neighbor kid, and
Does he have one of the small ones?
He has one
of the small
first
ones.
run, yeah.
No, that's not a. No, I have a Pro controller up there.
No.
On the
I'm
Switch?
talking about just the controller for the Switch when you take the thing out.
Oh, the
Dude,
Joy-Cons.
those-
They're pretty
Made for
small.
little Japanese hands.
They're not as uncomfortable as I thought they would be, but they are very small.
They're tiny.
Yes. If you put the little wrist strap things on, it makes it a little better. It gives them a little more girth and
Oh God!
better.
Did you see the Pokemon?
Better
game?
shoulder buttons. Pokemon thing.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon game.
Oh, I mean, I'm not a big Pokemon guy, so I
Okay.
probably went to go get something to
So
drink.
they have little Pokeballs.
Oh yeah, I
that
saw
you attach
that.
to the controller.
Yeah,
And you actually have to fling it at the screen.
yeah.
That's going to be a bunch of broke TVs.
And I
'cause
guarantee you
nobody
there's-
use those wrist straps.
No, I'm about to say that. I'm sure it has a wrist strap built into it that nobody's going to use.
Nobody uses.
Yep. Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
was saying that. Oh, there goes a bunch of broken TVs.
Broken TVs. It's this Pokeball sticking out of the screen.
Well, no, I mean I think it somehow attaches. I don't think you have to have one, but you can get one. But you can use a Joy-Con. They showed them using the Joy-Con, like throwing balls at these things.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like,
yeah,
yep, there it goes.
but the Pokeball itself can be paired to your Switch as a Joy-Con.
Yeah. Well, either way,
From what I hear, you can play the whole game just with the ball.
It's going to be the Wii all over again.
Yeah. Well, so far, not so much, because either way, cannot wait. Hoping that they were holding the Simon Belmont announcement for Gamescom again. So, because everybody was just like, oh, Simon's in the game, and they didn't actually announce him. I got the character I wanted, so I don't particularly care. I would love to see Simon Belmont. I think he should be in there, but Ridley's in, so I'm done. I'm good. I'm not asking Nintendo for nothing else.
I don't know. Konami's already got a character in there.
Well, Snake's in it.
It's Konami, right?
Yeah, Snake's in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Konami might be happy with just Snake being in the game.
And the old voice actor is doing him too.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, because he never says anything, and I guess he's voicing it now, or they hadn't put it in yet. Because
David Hayter.
Even when they played, when they played with him on the stream, I never heard him say anything. There was no voicing. So, but that was the big question: is it going to be him or not? And so thankfully, it is going to be him. So.
I guess that means, like, no offense to the new guy that took him, but I guess it's more of a nostalgia thing, just more familiar with David Hayter.
Plus, David Hayter, I guarantee you, is much cheaper to get than Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Probably
Cheaper?
Are you serious?
I don't know who the new voice actor is.
Kiefer.
I just know I just didn't prefer it. I prefer
it was
the
Kiefer
old one
Sutherland.
much more.
Yeah.
Who's the new one?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Naked
That
Snake.
sounds familiar.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I don't know what this guy is.
24.
24? Did you ever watch 24?
No.
Did you ever watch Lost Boys?
Oh,
You probably weren't even born yet.
That doesn't mean he hadn't seen it.
That's right. It doesn't mean he hadn't seen it, but what else? What else would he have been in that you might have seen? I can't think of anything right now. He used to be a big deal. Let's just put it there. I mean,
his name is familiar though. I think
You'd recognize him if you saw him, probably.
you recognize him
Because he's still fairly relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I remember when he first talked on the trailer. That's Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay. I started. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he has a very distinct voice.
Why would they choose him for Snake?
Because he was a bigger name, and Kojima likes to work with big names, actors, because he wants to really make films, but somehow got stuck making games.
That's what I'm saying, man. He got out of Konami. Just make a movie.
Yep. Look at Death Stranding, for crying out loud.
That's what I'm saying.
Mads Mikkelsen.
It looks like it's going to be a terrible game, but a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and terrible game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I think we've gone over everything now. Let's start to round this down to an end here. See if we got some questions.
We didn't get to talk about the power of not the summit.
The Summit of Power.
The cup. Well, there's two things. There's that, and then there's the DLC, and also the cup. The Pro Tour. They have their own Pro Tour going on.
Oh yeah, not really read up on any of that stuff. So.
Yeah, they got a Pro Tour coming up, similar to, I guess, Tekken's Pro Tour situation app. So that's really nice. I'm curious how they're going to handle that. But that's a really good move. That was the one thing that was missing out of their whole release that could be really good for them in the future. And they're doing this, so this is great, personally. So I think that's pretty awesome that they're doing that. The question is when they're going to actually announce actual details about it, what events are going to be important to have the points stack up, and when is the actual finals of that event will take place and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I hadn't read up on any of it, so like really behind on that.
They didn't really like announce like too much about like what events will like be running through this.
They just announced it existed, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe CEO might have it.
Yeah, either
started.
CEO or Evo. Obviously, they're gonna probably go more into it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, CEO's what week after next, so
Is it?
yeah. So if not CEO, it's got to start at Evo, right? That would be the
Okay. Oh, so I read it up. The inaugural stop for the World Tour begins at CEO Gaming.
Oh, it does start at CEO. Okay.
Yeah. And as far as details goes, they didn't reveal much on details. So they just the only information we have is World Tour begins at CEO. So if you're interested, CEO is going to be the one the first to go to. But as far as details go, we don't really know what's going on. Still, it's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have done this earlier, but this is still in time because it's still before Evo. So, and if anything, the game's probably gonna only go up from here on out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like some games like I'm worried about like, well, there's the handful of games that are like feel they might be lowering in quality. Well, not lowering quality, but it's troubling, we'll say. This game and games like Street Fighter or Smash, it's like they're not going to go down anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's only good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's cool. They haven't said anything about when their last DLC character's coming out.
No, but it's not going to be something we're going to be really happy about either.
No.
You're one of those like Dragon Ball lovers, and
Yeah.
you probably would like it if you like Goku and all, but because yes, be happy, more Gokus we're going to get, and Vegeta. We're going to have base Goku,
Base Goku
base
and
Vegeta.
base Vegeta, which
Why?
it's going to be kind of weird. I mean,
Why?
I would.
Well, I
assume-
mean, okay, I can see base Goku because he has a spirit bomb
and
Kaioken.
and
Yeah.
Kaioken. And a Kaioken spirit bomb, maybe. I don't know.
what does Vegeta have?
But what does Vegeta have? He has a Gallic gun.
Gallic gun. That's pretty
That's
much it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he can crush his
The Gallic gun couldn't even beat
Scouter.
Kaioken times 3. So what's he going to do? He couldn't beat it, man.
True. I thought it was times 4, wasn't it? Either way.
Hmm.
All right. Question and answer time.
We can talk about how Cell ruins the game.
How what?
Talking about how Cell ruins the game, but it's really
Oh,
late.
well,
We'll
Yeah.
another time.
Yeah. So we got 7 questions here to get through real quick. First question from Buff Rashid. Who do you guys think deserves Nurse in Street Fighter in season 4 Street Fighter 5?
I'm not a fan of nerfs. I mean, I'm
Me
all
either.
buffs.
Yeah, I'm like buff everybody else. But I don't know.
If I don't know if we had a choice to choose nerfs. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like the game needs to be more crazy, personally.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, not like, 24 hit combo crazy like Street Fighter 4 became, but
Oh, or like the mod stuff. Yeah, like that's kind of like going too much out there. But I feel like
yeah, it's
I
still
feel
Street
like-
Fighter at its core.
no, I watched a combo video for Street Fighter 4 the other day. Somebody had made one, and just all the stuff like Evil Ryu, just all the jabs from like 3 feet out that he was still using the link into all these stupid moves, and then it was just
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't Street Fighter. I don't know what this is.
I know. Yeah, it was the game that brought folks back though.
optimal, though.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna really see like good players usually do all the jab stuff. The only
See
time
it
you're
enough.
probably gonna see that with like Evil Ryu is like with
Well.
Rufus combos, but like that's like just Rufus and it's hard to
Oh
do.
God, Rufus! Oh, I forgot all about him. I saw somebody. I was watching the Ultra Street Fighter 4 stream yesterday actually, and I was like, oh man, I forgot. Oh, Rufus! Damn it! I forgot about him. Oh, I hated fighting him with Honda. Well, that was a tough match.
Yeah, none of the vanilla Street Fighter 4 characters that were new came in to 5. Vanilla, not like super, because Jury's in, but like.
Well, again, yeah. Well, if the leak happens, we'll get what's her name. So
Viper.
yeah. So, but we'll see. All right. Next question from Rashid. Did nothing wrong. What is a game you guys?
You got a lot of Rashid fans out there.
I know. What is a game you guys are most hyped for in 2019? There's a bunch of them. My God, it's like.
We're talking about any game?
January next year is going to be a freaking wasteland of AAA games because nobody's coming out in Christmas. Everybody's coming out early next year. Everybody.
It'll be a bunch of gift certificates for Christmas.
Yeah. You better be.
I think I'm interested in that Armored Core Light game for the Switch.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that earlier. Damon Ex Machina. If you go back and watch the Nintendo Treehouse from yesterday, they had some gameplay of it. The game crashed like twice. So it's still early on. It's not this year. Yeah, it's not going to be out this year. But it does look really cool though. I'm a big mech fan, so I'm good with it. Most hype for in 2019. That Spider-Man game from PlayStation looked really good.
Just not interested in that at all for some reason.
Let's see.
Gears
of War 5
interests me, but like it's Spider-Man's like I don't know. I like their PlayStation 1 game, but I wasn't really interested to try to modern like after PS3 or so Spider-Man games. I just never got into it. Most people said it got worse though. Like after. What was it? The Spider-Man movie 2, I think.
Spider-Man 2, yeah. Yeah, that's still pretty much agreed the best Spider-Man game ever made. Easily.
Yeah.
I know there's something else I'm forgetting. There's plenty of stuff that I know I'm looking forward to because everything's coming out next year. I mean, Splinter Cell's probably coming out next year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Wasn't there something with Gears of War?
Yeah, Gears 5 is next year. I'm very interested to see how that's going to turn out. The little thing they showed at E3 was pretty cool. Continuing kind of sort of the story from the last one. The girl is the main character this time. I can't think of anything else right now, but something will come up, I'm sure.
I ain't got time to play any of it anyway.
I know, me either. That's why I joked this whole week. Yes, I get to sit down and watch more games I won't have time to play.
That's why I don't try. Just watch it.
Let's see.
There's a Kingdom Hearts game, but I'm not into it.
Oh yeah,
I haven't played any of those.
I played the first one, and I really liked it, and
People go crazy for that stuff.
Never did play Kingdom Hearts 2, and then the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 debacle. 10, 15 years of waiting kind of came out. So now I'll probably end up getting the 1.5, the 2.5, and 2.8 that they came out for on PS4. Are they going to put those on Xbox One? Because Xbox is finally getting Kingdom Hearts 3, but they never got any of the older ones. So I'm wondering if they're going to put the whole collection on the Xbox One. Because PS4, you got 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8, which is one. It's like a remake of 1, a remake of 2, and then the handheld games and some other stuff remade, so you kind of get the stuff and some of those other handheld stories sprinkled in to 1.5 and 2.5 to have the story make sense, so you can jump straight out of those games into 3. I wonder if they're going to do that on Xbox One. I mean, they kind of almost have to. But yeah, I was excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 like 6 years ago. Now it's like, oh, cool, it's finally coming out. I don't care anymore. But I'm happy for folks who've been waiting for it this long. Let's see. Season 2,
Everyone says they like it, but yeah,
it was fun.
Kind of with Nolan. Well, the other Nolan that I just never really got into it.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Season 2 Rashid was honest. Asks, are you going to buy those Switch docks at Target for $13 to get ready for Smash? Oh. Are they the actual Nintendo docks? If they're actual Nintendo ones, possibly. But otherwise, no, I'll just buy a full Switch. It'll come with its own dock. I ain't going to take my Switch up there. I mean, I learned that's why I'm sitting on 6 PlayStation 4s in here right now. Let's see. Ace Combat Likes Cheese asks, what is your team in cross tag battle, Ace? Somebody trying to get some intel for next week, I think.
I was just thinking about the cheese thing.
Don't think too hard about it.
Mozzarella's good.
Of course. Answer the question. We gotta go to bed.
I don't really have a final team yet because I'm still waiting on Mao to come. But at the moment, I guess it's Mew and Blake, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I played a little bit of Blake. She's pretty cool. I just basically, when I started really getting into it, I was playing with Ruby and Blake. Kind of learning their moves and everything. It's like, hey, yeah, this is fun. So, but
pretty much got the top tier team going almost. Well, Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like everybody's using her. I've watched a lot of online, and like everybody has her on their team almost.
Yeah, so he has pretty much everything. It's usually Ruby and Jin that's going to be the most played. Mm-hmm. Jin is just best all around too, like probably better because he's like really good as an assist and on point. It's like someone was mentioning that like he's like the Virgil of that game, so he's really strong.
That reminds me, the character DLCs 2 and 3 are coming out next week. Coming out Tuesday.
Yep, June 19th.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah. I put up a poll in the event page to see what folks thought if they should be usable or not. I checked it this morning, and pretty much everybody's like no. So we're probably going to go with no on those seven characters.
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to kind of look.
A lot of characters.
There's a lot of characters. That's what I was thinking. That's a lot of characters to not be able to use, but they're dropping them all like 3 days before the event. What are we supposed to do?
Is the little chick with the gauntlets going to be in it?
What?
No, the little girl with the wand is. From Blaze Blue.
You mean Platinum?
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
Wait, is she already in it? No, I think she's one of the ones dropping with this new one. Either way, yeah. So
Platinum's part of the DLC 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, she was already in it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn what those characters look like. So if anybody tries to pick them in the event, I have to be like, no, you can't use them. So yeah, I just want to put that out there too. Let's see.
Yeah, but you would have to pay. Well, wait, are you getting the whole season pass too?
I'm a TO. I have to buy all that crap, or dorks like you will complain.
I can't play this game unless I can use the 13th outfit. You
Yeah.
don't have the 13th outfit, I can't play this.
It's always that guy, man. That's always that freaking guy.
You
And
laugh
he's
because you know it's true.
and he's not kidding. That's
No.
the worst part. Yeah, there's always that guy.
He throws off his concentration. It's not fair.
I had his brawl that one year. That one guy. Me and Harold sitting there just looking over it. Me and Harold sitting there playing our match, and this guy was screaming, "I can't play on this monitor! I can't play on this monitor! It's too much! I can't play on this monitor!" There's nothing wrong with the monitor. He just sucked. He was just mad because he was losing. But he was screaming, and me and Harold were just kind of looking at him like, "Dude, calm the F down. What the hell?" So anyway,
People need their colors known.
that well,
Yeah, wait till I tell you. There's a certain color I have to look at when doing setups too.
it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, look,
I'm
look.
straight up lying on that.
I open up as much stuff as I can on these games when I have time. I just don't. Just be glad all the characters are there. That's what I can tell you. Particularly when you sit down to play Street Fighter. I've got all the all but one of my accounts have every of the extra battle costumes, except for my newest account. I missed I think 3 costumes on that one because it was my newest account. But I don't have any colors for them. So because I just don't have time to open that crap up. So. Anyway, not a troll question asks, are traps gay?
What?
Probably.
Traps?
Yeah.
Why
Talking
did they
about
become
bear
traps in
traps?
the first place?
Rat traps? Roach motels? What
Something
kind of
like
trap
that.
we talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Last question asks.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Moving
that's
on. Last question asks, who do you want in season 4 of Street Fighter 5? Can't say Honda. I wouldn't have said Honda anyway. I don't think Honda would work in this game.
I thought about this.
T-Hawk?
Who?
Thunderhawk?
T-Hawk would be cool. Actually. Hugo, possibly.
No. Abigail took Hugo's place.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
Hugo's still fun, though.
I mean, if you play Hugo versus Abigail, the whole game will just explode.
I mean, the game, the sound still breaks whenever Abigail's on the stage. I mean, can you imagine? Yeah. Hugo's only six inches shorter.
Well, I mean, they shut down all the stage effects whenever one player's playing Abigail. So
Abigail doesn't do what the other character still does.
Because as big as Hugo was in 4, he'd be even bigger in 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would be an interesting match, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Who's bigger, Hugo or Abigail?
Abigail.
Abigail, what, 8 feet tall?
8 feet tall, yeah. Hugo's like 7'6" or 7'8" or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Evil Ryu, please.
Evil Ryu?
Yes. No, I don't think that'd be good.
Violent
They're
Ken.
probably
Violent Ken would be cool. Yeah.
Evil Ryu and Violent Ken.
Evil Ryu and Violent Ken.
Yeah, they're probably gonna end up satisfying their fan base, so yeah, they might end up doing something like that.
Well, if G turns out to be Q, that'll answer that question. If he ends up playing like kind of Q, that's what everybody's kind of saying. It's going to be similar to Q.
If he does, he might be bad.
Yeah.
Because Q wasn't really that good unless you were like Kuroda or something. But that's all in the player at that point. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm actually kind of happy with. If I can't say Honda, then pretty much Hugo will be the only other character I really want to see back in.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, so Sagat's already coming back. I hate Sagat, but
Alex is already in.
Alex is already there. So. I'll tell you who I don't want to see in Yoon and Yang.
Yeah, no.
Done with them,
please.
Yeah, they're not going to put like dice kick heavy characters in the game.
No. Elena would actually be kind of cool, I think. Have Greg just destroy everybody again.
Or if they did
healing, that'd be the greatest thing ever.
Who? They did do
V-trigger healing, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Combo healing. Just like,
Crush counter healing.
Crush counter healing, yeah.
Yep.
So, Yin and Yang, they can make it to where you can start as one or the other.
Oh, Lord.
Their first V-trigger would be that character's skill, and then the second V-trigger would be changed to the other one.
No.
Oh. Maybe it functions like a CVS 2 Yun, where he like brings like Yang as like an assist or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yep. So, yeah, I guess that's our answer.
What's his name? Old dude, one arm.
Goken. Oh, Oro.
Oro. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Oro.
I don't care about Oro, but
what?
Okay,
he's coming.
That's an answer.
He's been in the story mode, so he's going to be in the game.
Okay, and then that was last question that asked that question. So last question for real this time asks, do you think Crush Cancer should be removed in neutral or have non-invincible DPs not crush cancelable like Sakura and others for consistency? I hate that Sakura's not crush cancelable. Her and what's her name?
Crush cancel.
Well, crush counter.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you block her uppercuts, you can't crush counter after.
She doesn't have that. I never noticed.
No, her nor
Ibuki's like that too.
Ibuki, yeah, it drives me nuts because I'll try to do the crush counter, V trigger charge, and I forget with those two characters. Crap, you can't do that. So, but
I don't know. I mean, Ibuki can still throw a kunai after Shoryu, so I mean, it wouldn't even really be safe to think she was just gonna come back down unless you know she doesn't have any kunai. Either way, I never noticed that.
Oh, I noticed. Should they be removed or have non-invincible DPs not crush cancelable like Sakura? I don't know.
Remove what?
I mean, they put that in the game to keep people from just throwing Shoryukens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they eventually just nerfed invincibility and Shoryukens in the process. So
No, they brought it back.
Well, no, I like the way they did it now. They changed it. They changed everybody's to the way what's his name's worked.
Nikali.
Yeah. Nikali. One has upper body invincibility. One has projectile invincibility, and
One's throw invincible.
yeah.
my question is, what's our like is Birdie's like bullhorn thing? Is that that's projectile invincible, right? So
Yes.
is that cross counterable? I don't think so.
I think
I've never noticed.
you can hit them in the windup of it now and be crush countered. I think. I haven't actually played with Birdie since season 3 started. To be honest,
like on recovery.
On recovery, I'm not sure.
I don't think you could, from what I remember. So I mean, that's one thing I had concern is like, I think like the DPs are like that have like these like throw or projectile invincibility effects. I don't think they should be cross counterable. But it's weird because then if you see someone like Ken do like a jab DP, your automatic reaction is to do a cross counter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The whole situation's a little weird on how they want to handle it.
I mean, honestly, I'm of the mind is, hey, it's already in there. Just leave it the way it is now. You just mess everything up if you try to change it.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I don't know.
Maybe it's probably make where projectile based invincibility can't be cross counterable, but throw ones could. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really had a true problem with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like I said, it was more of a tool so that folks just wouldn't over and over and over again, just because they could.
You can bait it out of them and make them pay for it.
Yeah. Oh, when I make some pay. Do not do that. Even though now it's not even worth it, because by the time you do a crush counter and a V trigger, the damage is so freaking scaled. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's because some characters were just getting like
ungodly damage.
Crazy damage
I know.
off of a single crush counter.
Yeah. But it was so good. Accelerate. You can't run away. Yes. Just watch 75% of Akuma's life just go away. So awesome. I still hit that combo. I hit it a couple of times this week. I was proud of myself. I did it once, and I was like, I did the super, and I was like, why did I do that? It's like he only had like that much life left, and by the time the super was over, it was just like that much. It's like, it wasn't even worth it. But I'm still able to do it because I practice it so much. So, all right. So, okay.
What the one that Sam's thoughts of what he thought was have been buff and nerf, because we never really got to ask him back what he felt. But
yeah, I don't know. That Sam guy doesn't ever ask questions, but this Rashid guy just asks all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, he never hangs around for the chat, though.
Well, he can see it in the archive. Okay. With that, we're going to call it a night. One more time, next weekend, June 23rd, right here in Mobile, Hampton Inn at, it is I-65, West I-65 Service Road. For those coming from out of town who may not understand our service road systems here down here, because I keep forgetting we're like one of the only places in the world that has them. I think we might be the only place in the world that has them. So
no, they got them in Pascagoula. They're terrible.
Oh, really? So you'll be driving along right beside I-65. If you're on the side of I-65 that has the car lots, you're on the wrong side. You need to get to the other side. That's where we'll be. Hampton Inn and Suites. Once you walk in the front door, turn right. We're at the second conference room in there. So, again, can't wait to do that. It's been so long since we've actually run an event, and I'm going to dread having to break all this stuff down and haul it up there. But while we're doing it, it's going to be fun, and then breaking it down and bringing it all back home. So, can't wait for that. We'll probably be back up at Korabi probably July. What is that? Whatever the first Friday in July is going to be. So probably be back up there on the 6th. So, yeah, EX Layer will be out by then. Cody will be out by then. All kinds of stuff. Well, should be a good time. And then probably come and do another Fightcast on the 13th or so. Oh, Friday the 13th. Pencil it in for now, I guess. So, all right. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. God bless you.
Yeah.
Good night. We'll see you next time.
Peace.